Good evening and welcome back to Fantastic Dimensions. This is Hammers of the God Part 2, picking up pretty much where we left off with Part 1 about 4 weeks ago. I'm going to basically just kind of quickly reintroduce the room of the dungeon which the party were left in, and and then we'll get started with the story. So, long story short, anyway, the previous session started with the group of adventurers arriving at an old dwarven ruin in the mountains somewhere up in the Scottish Highlands. And at this stage now they have gone through a decent portion of the dungeon. They found besides the actual dwarven made halls, they found a subterranean cave with a very large pool of water with a whirlpool at the center of it, and these strange dwarven submersible craft with long steel cables attached to them, which ran up to these huge crane-like devices in the 100-foot tall cavern. They had to fight some dwarven zombie-type creatures, and then they managed to figure out how to work the contraptions and took one of the submarines down to the level below. I think you guys lost a couple of people along the way in the process of doing that, but yeah. So they arrived down below at another kind of underground lake, pulled up onto the beach. They encountered some kind of very bizarre creature which they managed to kill relatively handily, and are now exploring the lower portion of this dungeon. So the room that you guys are in is a great vaulted chamber, 300 feet high at the center, great arches all extending from the walls and meeting at a central point. The entire thing is kept together by a keystone, which you can see now that you've lit the room, that looks to be made of a huge diamond. Like I said at the time, one of your somebody had kind of checked out to estimate how much it's worth. We said it would be worth over 2 million silver pieces at least if you were to retrieve that diamond from the 300-foot high ceiling. There was a door to the south of the room, a huge 40-foot high, 15-foot wide door made of a golden-hued metal of some unknown origin. It has the sign of the hammer on the door, but otherwise it's featureless, a stark contrast to the finely decorated walls that surround it. There is no visible opening mechanism, no hinges or anything on it. I think you guys even went up and tried to push it and could not get it to open. So before the great door, though, there was a fire pit about 15 feet wide, scalloped out of the floor, only a couple feet deep, and lined with mother of pearl. You guys poured some oil into it, if I recall correctly, and lit it, which then, once the fire is lit in that small little fire pit, that's what lit up the entire room, so now you can see the whole thing, because otherwise you'd never had a chance to see the ceiling 300 feet above you. You see platforms on the east and west sides of the room that are 90 feet high. You can see the remains of where there used to be grand winding staircases climbing up each side of these, but they've long since been ripped off the walls and taken away, or they don't remain anymore, just the framework that they were built into. The platforms themselves are made of a very different rock, and the remains of the fixtures can obviously be seen dotting its surface. Other than that, you then saw to the top of these platforms, which are about, like I said, it was 90 feet high. On top of each platform, you can see another dwarven sentinel, which are these strange, zombie-like dwarven creatures. The sentinels just seem to be standing there, not moving, and you could see that behind them, against the wall, there is an alcove on each platform. They're identical, only mirrored, if you will, because they're on opposite sides of the room. And covering each of these alcoves, there is a jet glass bubble-like enclosure. You can see a switch on the wall beside these glass enclosures, and you can see inside the glass enclosures there's another switch set into the alcove wall itself. Now, as you're kind of taking this all in and examining the room, Tea Leaf, you're looking at one of the platforms. Bandit, you're looking at another of the platforms. Chase and Snorri have gone off to another corner of the room and are picking something up off the ground. It seems to be some kind of a hand mirror, and they're looking into it, mouths agape, as if they see something very unusual. When all of a sudden, there's a popping sound, and they disappear. And in their place appears two other characters, also with their mouths agape. So Violet and Crispin, you yourselves had been on a bit of your kind of first major adventure with an adventuring party. And you had just discovered this gorgeous treasure room. And in that treasure room, you found a small, like really fancy looking glass handheld mirror with a kind of a really fancy silver frame around it and handle, and jewels set into the frame around the glass of the mirror and on the back of the mirror face itself. Mm-hmm. You had picked this up and were examining it when all of a sudden, same thing happened to you. And instead of being in that treasure room with your party, as you recall, you're now suddenly standing in this extremely large dwarven great hall, which I have just described. And staring at you, you can see the characters of Bandit Sinclair and Tea Leaf here.
What
so,
the?
Yeah. Let's just take a real quick once around the table so everybody can just describe what their characters look like, so everybody gets a visual of what they look like, and then we will kick right into the RP. So, Andrew, if you want to go ahead first, just give the guys a quick rundown of what Sinclair looks like.
5'10", brown hair, homely looking girl. Has a gun and a sword and is a little batshit crazy.
Couldn't have said it better myself. She's also wearing rather poorly fitting dwarven chainmail, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, it's hanging off of her.
Okay. And Dave?
Tea Leaf, obviously halfling, 4 foot something, leather armour, medium sword, and dagger, with a very suspicious look on his face.
Excellent. Nick, go ahead and tell us about Violet.
Violet's about 5'7", wavishly thin, wearing a dress that looks more like a costume than a dress, with leather over it, dark raven hair, pale skin, obviously made up.
Excellent. And Crispin, the mirror you were holding in your hand is no longer in your hand. You don't know what's happened to it. Go ahead and tell us what you look like.
Crispin is an elvish wizard. He's regular elf height with hair the color of straw. And he wears a lot of ostentatious clothes. He's got the robe on with all the half moons and stars on it. And he's got like a hat because he's still learning how to be a magician, and he doesn't realize that this clothing style went kind of out of style a long time ago.
I think if we're being honest, it was never truly in style, but wizards aren't known for their style.
It was passed down, he thought it was cool.
Excellent. So here the four of you are. The four of you are now here in this great hall. Just to give the dimensions of the room, I suppose, for those who've just arrived, and possibly the others in case you don't remember. I've kind of given you a description of the room. Otherwise, it is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's about 100 feet wide and 100 feet, 100 feet in each direction, 100 feet square room, just with the 300-foot high ceiling, as I described, and platforms, alcoves, etc. There is a 20-foot wide opening along the north wall, which leads into a corridor. That's back the way, obviously, that you guys came, Bandit and Tea Leaf. And then, of course, there's that south door I mentioned down at the, the large door at the south end of the room.
Uh,
Hi,
Well,
I say.
yeah, Bandit's not too bright. She's just gonna be like, "How the hell did you guys get down here? What did you do with the dwarf?"
Magic, I say, looking at Violet.
Violet can't pull away from her own reflection in the mirror, and then finally
The mirror's
she.
gone, I'm sorry.
Oh, the mirror's gone.
Yeah, it disappeared
Uh,
after popping down.
You can have your own mirror, I suppose.
oh,
If you
okay.
really need it.
In which case, then instead steps into the optimal lighting, and says, "I'm Violet. Where are we?"
And when she says that, right by her, I go, dun dun dun.
So you said you have a 17 charisma.
Yes,
She
yes,
does.
she does.
Yeah, Bandit's gonna purse her lip a bit and turn her head to the side and get like a bitch face and say, "Who are you?"
Violet Duval, who might you be? She says, looking Bandit over, up and down.
Miss Sinclair.
The pleasure is mine, really. And then she kind of looks up and her eyes sparkle like the diamond in the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Crispin
Bandit's
sighs.
gonna agree. I'm gonna look at UT Leaf. Should we try to recover the dwarf? He was our guide.
Now that you two have finished, like, sort of your competition of who looks the best, yeah, sure, that sounds good to me.
Competition? You surely aren't implying it's a contest. She'll flip her hair.
Yeah, obviously not. Neither of you are elves, are you?
No, but I am. I edge away from the two women. Make sure I'm not in between them in case they go combat.
Yeah, let's go check out where the dwarf was.
Okay. You're trying to look for the dwarf?
Yeah.
You don't see any signs of him.
Okay.
He was standing right about where Crispin is now standing.
Strange. So where's the dwarf gone? That's kind of weird, everyone. Yeah, where's the dwarf gone?
He's probably betrayed us. I knew it was gonna happen sooner or later.
Hmm.
I don't know any dwarves.
What was that?
I don't know any dwarves.
I think let's check out this room.
Okay. As I said, you have the huge diamond keystone set in the ceiling, 300 feet above your heads, with the arches extending from the walls to it. You've got the 90-foot tall platforms on each side, the east and west sides of the hall, which have the dwarven sentinel standing atop each one, and each one has an alcove covered with some kind of glass bubble-like dome. There's a switch inside the bubble, and there's a switch outside the bubble on the wall. And then you have the 40-foot high golden-hued door with the hammer sign, the sign of the hammer on it, with the little fire pit in front of it, which you guys had put some oil into and set alight. And
Maybe-
that's the features of the room. The walls themselves are covered in like a dwarven kind of decorative type, etchings and such. But do any of you guys speak dwarven now at this stage? Actually, do Tea Leaf or Sinclair? Because you both would have rolled for it, I think, last session.
No, I don't speak Dwarven, but damn it, I will make myself useful and comprehend it. I could cast comprehend language. This is my opportunity to use a spell.
Okay. Did you have that spell prepared for the day?
I do.
Oh, good.
I have that and Featherfall.
And what's the duration on it?
That I have to check. It's not very long. I know
Go
that.
ahead and check it out anyway.
Its duration is 1 turn per level, and I'm level 2.
Okay, so it'll last 20 minutes. You're gonna love this troll face. Yeah, it's not actually writing. It's just kind of like decorative etching. It doesn't say anything.
So it's just like Filgy or something?
Yes.
So I'll walk over and look at it and stroke my chin. This is a very peculiar script of Dwarven. Yes, indeed. And I'll turn back and look at Tea Leaf. It says, only the, and her eyes will roll on the top of her head like she's making up BS and searching for an answer. Only the most blessed should go over and deal with the door. The big golden door, that's what it says. The blessed will deal with the golden door in Dwarven. Yes.
Violet and Crispin, would you each like to roll a languages test for me? Now, the way you roll skills, just roll d6 and add whatever your skill modifier is if you happen to have a modifier in languages. Is there another modifier on that character sheet for that?
Intelligence.
Yeah, you get to add your intelligence modifier as well if you have one.
Ooh, okay. Check here.
I rolled a 1.
Oh yeah, that's right. It increases the chances. That's right. What is your modifiers and stuff anyway? Do you have any modifiers?
I just have the 1 on a d6.
Okay, cool. Yep. And Shannon, did you have any? You have an intelligence modifier? Oh, he's gone. Sorry, see, I'm already thinking about the skill checks for the playtest version. But yeah, 1 is good enough. You read Dwarven as well. Then you can write that on your character sheet if you wish, Nick. Okay, so Violet does happen to know how to read and speak a bit of Dwarven. And for you, Shannon, did you have, I know you don't have a languages skill because you're a magic user, but do you have any intelligence modifier?
No, I don't have an intelligence modifier.
No, Shannon, I was actually talking to you. Sorry.
I got bumped out. I just came back. So I rolled a 12, and I have a +1 intelligence modifier, so that's a 13 total.
Oh, sorry, you have to roll d6. And
Oh,
actually,
d6?
Yeah, and I was messing up. It's not actually an add to your roll. You because you have a +1, you have a 2 in 6 chance of succeeding. So you need to roll a 1 or a 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nope, got a 3.
Okay, so you do not speak or read Dwarven, but you do, Violet, and you can tell right away that Bandit is she's totally lying.
I've got a 2 in 6 chance of knowing Dwarvish.
Totally lying.
Did we not roll for you last session? Didn't we roll for you last session?
Yeah, but I've gone up since then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm pretty sure your character didn't know how to read it, so.
Didn't? Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Yep, because we checked everybody last session.
You're right, absolutely. That's why I didn't add it.
It's cool. But that's okay. So you, anyway, Violet, you do know that that's not even writing that she's looking at. It's just like, you know.
Crap.
Yeah, filigree or whatever.
Pretty crap.
Miss Sinclair, I do believe you're mistaken. It appears to be merely decoration.
A simple mind would think that. This is old Dwarvish. Yes, honorable indoors and such. She'll roll her eyes up into her head again. Yeah, so the most honorable member of the party should go and, I don't know, investigate that door, I think. Yeah, that's what it says. I know it's weird. Miss Violet, you seem pretty honorable.
Honor. That's a man's tool. However, I feel like I'll have a look. I'll approach the door.
Crispin watches you from behind.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, there's no opening mechanism or anything like that you can tell.
Can I try to search to see if I can't find any clues?
Yep. Go ahead. What's your search chance?
My search is My search is 2 and 6, and I rolled a 5. So
no, you don't find anything anyway. Like I said, there's absolutely no opening mechanism that you can see, no hinges.
So Bandit, seeing her poking around and searching, will say, "Actually, it says over here that the Honorable will knock on the door."
I don't see what good that would do. And then she knocks.
Yeah, it does absolutely no good.
Bong, bong, bong.
You were right. It did no good.
Dwarves, such a weird race.
Okay.
Ian, you said the globy alcoves and the switches were on a wall.
Yeah, the east and west walls each have these big platforms on them, about 90 feet high.
Mm.
And
Okay.
on top of the platform, each one has a dwarven sentinel standing in front of a glass bubble-like enclosure over an alcove. Beside the bubble, there is one switch, and inside the alcove, behind the glass bubble, there's another switch. You can see plainly.
But that's 90 feet above us.
Yes, it is.
Is there any visible way of climbing it
Well,
that we can see?
you could literally try to climb it.
Could do.
Like I said, the stairs are long gone. You can see the remains of the fixtures kind of dotting the surface of the rock that the platforms are built out of. None of them are really large enough to fasten a grappling hook or a rope to, but you could try to climb it.
What are you thinking, Tea Leaf? Are you going to try to climb it?
I mean, it's a 90-foot climb to a lever. How big's the lever again?
Oh, it's a good sized lever. It's about the size of a human forearm. The actual, you want me to tell you how wide the platform surface is itself?
Mm-hmm.
Let me pull up my map again here. It's about 30 feet wide at its widest point, and only about maybe 15 feet. Well, yeah. I mean, obviously it's kind of semicircular, but yeah, it's 30 feet wide at the wall.
I mean, if there's two levers on two different platforms, then if we're going to try and climb it, we're going to have to try and climb both of them. Because maybe one lever works, maybe the other one doesn't. Maybe they work together, who knows?
Well, I possess the power to protect a person if they should fall, but
Do you?
I can't stay at both towers.
Okay, well, if you've got the power to protect me, then I'll try and climb one of them.
Okay. Oh yeah, Shannon, just so you know, when I talked about magic users being able to push it earlier, that means if you want, you can try to cast one of your spells that you do not have prepared. You can also try to cast more spells than just your traditional one per day, but every time you do, you're going to have to make a saving throw versus magic, and if you fail that, then there's a chance that there could be a really bad effect. Okay?
Okay.
Just so you know.
Backlash.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're going to try to climb one of these platforms. You're going to take the east wall or west wall there, Tea Leaf?
Whatever, west.
West. West it is. Okay, roll a climb check. Now, I'm going to give you a +1. So what's your chance? Are you just 1 in 6 on climb, I take it, or?
I've got just 1 on climbing.
Okay, I'll give you a 2 in 6 chance anyway because of the handholds.
Okay, I don't suppose I get any dexterity bonus, do I?
No.
No, damn. 5.
A 5. Okay. Let's see how far up you make it. Oh, yeah, you're only about 10 feet up when you lose your grip and slip and drop back down. So you don't take any damage. You can just tumble that away.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
Could always try again if you wish.
I guess let's just give it another go. Why not? If in doubt. Oh, 1.
There you go. This time you're going to make it all the way up to the top.
Woo.
As you climb over the edge, the sentinel starts to move. He turns and faces you. Okay. So, he is wearing like that dwarven kind of chainmail. He's moving kind of slow. He doesn't have any weapons. And he's coming straight towards you.
Well,
The rest of you guys just standing down below watching to see what happens, are you?
I've got my hands out ready to cast a spell.
Okay, in case he falls or something.
Yep.
I'm still trying to figure out how I got here.
This is the magic equivalent to spotting a person.
You probably got a pretty good hunch that had something to do with that mirror that disappeared that you were gazing into.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess
Well,
I've
the
got to
phone
attack.
is dead. So go ahead and roll initiative. The sentinel's on 3.
2.
You're on 2. Okay, so he will actually get to go first. So he comes forward with his clawed hands and tries to kind of grab and bite you. And that's going to hit you. Do you believe? What's his hit dice? Yeah, that's a 19 on my roll, so he will hit you for 2 points of damage only. And it's your action.
My action. Try and hit him again.
Trying to hit him. Okay, what are you using? Are you using a weapon, or are you going to try to, like, grapple him, or
No. I'm trying to hit him with my sword.
your sword? Okay.
I don't think I'm going to try and grapple him.
As you wish.
Damn. 1.
A natural 1?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay, let me pull out the crit and fumble chart then. Here we go. A natural 1. So I'll
Off
roll
to
a
a good start.
d30 for you. So I rolled a 3. Oh, your enemies all have a +2 bonus to hit you next round. Isn't that nice? Speaking of which, it's the next round. Roll initiative. The sentinel is on 1 this time.
I also roll a 1.
Really? So you go simultaneous. So he continues to try to kind of bite into your flesh. That's a 13 with the +2, so that does not pierce your armor. So he's trying, and he's kind of gnawing away. What do you have, leather armor, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's gnawing, but he's gnawing away at the leather shoulder pad or something and not getting through. You're still trying to stabby?
Yeah. 7.
No, it's not gonna be good enough. Okay. You guys can all see this death match going on 90 feet above at the edge of this platform. Initiative for the next round, Dave. The sentinel is
Do you
on
need
2.
any help? I call out.
Can you guys climb? Get up there.
3.
Okay, you're first.
I think I just have sleep, which is a radius spell, which would hurt our Hobbit hero. So no, I don't have anything.
It
Right.
also probably wouldn't affect an undead creature.
Yeah.
Probably not.
You rolled a 3 on your attack roll?
Yeah.
Wow, Dave, your dice hate you.
Yeah.
Well, I rolled a natural 1.
Does it fall to its death?
So it may. Let me see what happens here. Ooh, a 26. Oh, that's lame. I'm going to roll again because that wouldn't have any effect on him. A 30. Okay, if you die in this combat, whatever the circumstances of that death, a random PC gains a level instantly. The
What was
stakes just got higher. If you kill him, Somebody's going to go
Right.
up a level.
Yeah, one of us is going to learn from watching this and go up a level.
Maybe.
Wow.
Fun.
It could be
fancy
Tea Leaf himself, too, who levels. So, next round initiative. 1.
5.
Okay, you got initiative again.
17.
That will finally hit. Yeah, he's got an armor class 16, so.
I got potential D8 of damage. 8! Whoa!
Okay, yeah, you wound him pretty badly. You drive your sword straight through where his heart should be and pull it out. It's oozing this black ichor. And he continues, though, to try to bite you again, and that is an 8, so he misses. And so next round, initiative. Setting on 6.
5.
Go, Hobbit, I cry out. Go, Hobbit. Team Hobbit.
I rolled another 1. I guess I shouldn't have made fun of your dice rolls. That's an 11 on the 1 chart. 1 attack of the referee's choice against him that misses instead hits. Okay, interesting. Go ahead and roll your attack roll, Tea Leaf.
11.
11 would miss, but because I have this to burn, I'm going to say it hits him. So go ahead and roll your damage.
6.
Yeah, that'll finish him off. Do you want to describe his death?
I sort of come forward, swing, take him at the neck, just chop his head off.
Ooh, so that black ichor sprays all over the place. Head goes lopping off, flying down to the ground below. Explodes like a fucking ripe pumpkin when it hits.
Bandit's gonna squint and go, "Oh my god, one of them died!"
I'll wave down and say, it's okay, it wasn't me.
Dave, will you roll a d4 for me?
A D4, surely. Okay.
Violet claps. Good
Oh.
show.
A 4?
Hmm.
Crispin, you go up a level.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I say, I really learned a lot watching that. I feel more, I don't know, experienced? Is that the right word?
What's your
Wow.
hit die? Is it d4 or d6? And that's for magic. It's a d6, isn't it?
No, D4.
I have 5 hit points, and I don't have a con modifier, so...
It's a D4 for leveling.
Oh, is it? Oh, they start off with a d6 and then they get a d4 each level, don't they?
Yep.
Yep, so roll d4.
Ooh, okay. 4, what does that mean?
That means you now have 4 more hit points added to your maximum, whatever your maximum was
Oh.
before. So you now have a
Okay.
maximum of 9 hit points, and you currently have
Okay.
9 hit points. You also can now cast 1 more spell a day, I believe.
Andy learns a spell. Or
And
another
you
random
learn
spell.
another spell from your spell list. Or from your
Okay.
spell book. Suddenly, oh wait, you're an elf. Sorry. No, you get a d6. You're not a magic user. Never mind. Sorry, roll a d6 for your hit die.
For hit die? Okay.
Yeah, if you roll lower than 4,
4?
I'll give you 4. Okay,
Got a
so
4?
we'll stick with it. So still 9. Yep. Okay, but you also get another spell. So go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
Ooh. 8.
8. Cleric spells. Magic user spells. Floating disc.
Ah. Now I'm just like Bandit.
Yeah, she's gonna look at you and say, "You seem to be a quick study, Mr. Crispin. Where did you learn magic from?" And she'll narrow her eyes.
It's called Harvard. Only elves are
Harvard.
to go there. Yeah, only elves can.
Hmm.
The elves go there.
I've never heard of this Harvard, but I'll take your word for it. It's most impressive.
That's because only elves can go there. How would you know about it unless someone told you like an elf?
That's true. I don't speak to elves, and you see her starting to get confused.
It's in the mystical elven land of Massachusetts. So, you are now standing atop this this platform, Tea Leaf, and you see that glass bubble there. it's you can see there's the large hand thrown lever beside it, which is in the down position, and then inside of it there's another built into the alcove. There's another lever of the same size, also in the down position. You could
So-
also look across to the east side of the room. You can see the other dwarven sentinel standing on the other platform, just standing there.
Right, okay. So there's 2 levers, are there?
There's one lever beside the glass bubble, and one lever inside, the alcove that's covered by the bubble.
Okay, well, I'll try the lever that's not in the bubble.
Okay, you flip the lever up, and it slams right back down into the down position, and nothing happens.
Well, that was disappointing.
Do I have to... how easy is it to access the lever that's inside the bubble thing?
Well, the bubble is in your way. You try to break the glass.
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Yeah? Okay. What are you using to break it?
The sword.
Cool. And I will tell you what happens. The glass will break relatively easily, but as it breaks, you realize immediately that it was actually double pane glass with gas in between the panes.
Right. Oh.
You're not carrying any torches or anything? No, you're not.
Torch, no.
Okay. So yeah, the gas escapes from the from the glass bubble, but other than smelling kind of foul and kind of making you almost feel like you're going to retch, it doesn't have any kind of negative effect on you.
Okay.
Now the bubble is now opened, and you can see the switch embedded in the alcove.
I'll try the lever.
You flip the lever up, ka-chunk, and then ka-chunk. It flips back down, and nothing happens.
Yeah. So they're both levers are down.
Yes.
Okay. Well, reholster my sword, and I'll try both levers at the same time.
Can't actually reach them both at the same time.
You can't.
No, because one's built into the alcove, and the other one's outside the alcove along the side of where the glass bubble was. They're easily a little over 10 feet probably apart.
Yeah, okay.
Do you think each lever on either side has to be lifted at the same time?
Yeah, I think so. I think that could be the case, in which case someone else is going to have to go up the other column.
Sounds like you should go up, Violet. I'll watch you.
I am gonna try to climb up. I'm gonna try to climb up the other side.
Violet, wait, are you armed?
Yeah, she gestures to a pistol that
No.
she has.
You don't want that, and I'll hand her the dwarven sword. Those don't do anything to him. Slash.
Yeah.
I'm not as good at this sort of thing, but I'll give it a try. And she's gonna try to climb up there.
Alright, I'm gonna switch my spotting to the other tower.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a climb check for me there, Nick. Do you have any points in climb?
I just have a 1 in 6 chance. I rolled a 2.
You get a 2 in 6 chance though because of the handhold, so 2 is good enough. You will slowly be able to make your way up the 90-foot wall. Think of it like rock climbing, at a rec center or whatever, or at a fairground. You manage to make it all the way up to 90 feet, pull yourself up over the edge, and similarly, as what happened on the other side with Tea Leaf, the sentinel suddenly starts to move. It turns and sees you and groans and starts moving in your direction. Go ahead and roll initiative. Now, for initiative, in Lamentations, you roll d6 and you add your dexterity modifier.
5.
Oops. I'm on 2, so you get to go first. What-
It is a 15, 16, 17 versus AC.
What are you doing?
I'm attacking it with the Dwarven sword that
Okay.
Sinclair gave me.
Okay, well, 17 will hit it. You'll slash at it. Go ahead and roll a d8 for your damage.
Hold on one sec. For 3 damage.
3 points of damage. Okay. Yep, you slash it. And you also just managed to get you a little bit further away from the edge of the platform since you moved up to it and slash it. It will do the same. It will reach for you with its claws and kind of come at you with its jaw hanging low, trying to bite at you with his nasty, stinky, dead dwarf breath. And I got an 18 on the roll, so that's going to hit you.
Yes.
And it's going to do 3 points of damage.
Yeesh. Okay.
He's biting into the flesh of your shoulder, working his way towards the clavicle.
I'm going to yell at Violet because I see her take a blow. If you're in trouble, jump. I'll get you.
Next round, roll initiative.
Initiative.
Yep.
2.
6. Okay.
He goes
gets
first.
He gets to gnaw away. No, that's a 9. So he does not. This time you managed to pull your shoulder away from him, and he can't lock on again. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna stab at him again.
Okay.
But that is a 15 versus AC total.
You slash against his chainmail armor, but you do not penetrate. The rest are stunned in silence, watching. Next round.
I just came back. Who's attacking who?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
It's
Your
like
friend Violet climbed up onto the platform and she's fighting with the other dwarven sentinel. And she's taking a pretty nasty bite.
Go, Violet.
Sentinel's on 2. What's your initiative, Violet?
6.
A 6. And what are you gonna do this round? Slashing
I'm
him?
gonna slash him. That's a roll of a 14. That's plus 2. That's a 16.
That's hits. Yep, that'll hit.
For 8. Yeah.
You did 3 before?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and describe how you killed him this time.
She cuts his knees out from underneath him, and he flops off the platform.
Ooh, look out below. So the undead dwarven sentinel, entire thing explodes like a melon when it hits the bottom.
I try to learn from that, but I don't go up third level, so I'm disappointed.
Yeah, you didn't learn as much this time as you did from when the halfling fought the other
Yeah, that halfling knew how to fight.
one. So you are in a similar position. You're standing there. You have the glass bubble. There is the handle, what do you call it? The lever on the wall beside the glass bubble, and you can see the other lever inside the alcove that's protected by the bubble. You also notice you can hear the way this room is angled. You can hear Tea-Leaf perfectly, even when he doesn't raise his voice. Anything he says, you can hear perfectly.
So I say, try the first lever at the same time I do, and I'll count down 3, 2, 1.
Okay. You guys throw the lever at the same time?
Yes.
Yeah.
The glass bubble kind of rolls up into the wall.
Okay. Now we'll try the second levers at the same time, and I'll give a 3, 2, 1 countdown again.
And the great golden door rises up, opening before you.
Ooh.
Well, not before you, but before the two who are still down on the ground.
to reveal 1,000 zombie dwarfs.
Actually, I'll tell you exactly what it reveals, what you can see from there. Looking at the map here. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong button. There we go. It looks into a hallway about 20 feet wide, and it looks like it goes on about 40 feet forward before hitting another wall, and there's some kind of an opening to the left, although you can't see what lies beyond there. So it looks like another corridor that does like an L shape.
As the doors opening up, I'm going to turn to Crispin and say, "The Honorable One shall open the door." And I actually believe it, because I'm so stupid I forgot that I
That you made it up.
made up the translation.
I say, well, that should be you, because you've got seniority on me. You've been here longer.
She looks down at her hands, then looks up at you with a confused look. The last dwarf that was in charge of this party didn't respect seniority.
Well, all right. I guess the halfling will open it then.
Well, I'm still up on the column, aren't I?
I'm a patient elf. I went to Harvard.
Now, the diamond in the ceiling is over 200 feet still above, isn't it?
I'm going to observe in front of me, Ian, with my mighty search skill of 2.
Well, the door is open, right? The golden door is completely open.
I'm just checking out the hallway and everything, pretending that I'm looking for something to confuse your character.
What about you guys? You guys can come down off the platform?
Well, the diamond in the ceiling is over 200 feet above, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
So there's no way to...
There's no way to get to it short of using like some kind of fly spell or something.
Okay.
No.
In which case, it's about getting down safely from the column, isn't it?
Indeed.
My character's dumb as shit, so I wouldn't know this, but would any of you guys know how much a diamond weighs?
Depends how big it is.
Depends on how big it is. That particular diamond weighs a pretty sizable amount. Remember, it's a keystone. Or what do you call it? It's a keystone, yeah.
I mean, would they have the expertise though, know how much diamonds weigh? As a literal, would their characters know?
Yeah, we could get...
Oh,
I probably wouldn't.
You could, based on its size, you could hazard a guess.
yeah.
Because it'd be like this relative to be the same weight as a rock of the same size.
I would tell your character, it's heavy.
Yeah.
Don't you worry.
No.
I got a spell that can carry things.
What spell do you know?
I learned a spell when I was watching our halfling hero defeat that thing, and it just came in front of me, and I saw this vision, and I learned a spell on the spot. It's part of my Harvard background, you know.
What is this? What is the nature of the spell? Tell me.
I can put very heavy things on a floating disc and just make it come along. Just
oh my
thinking about
God.
it.
How heavy would you say? A large diamond?
I'm sure we could accommodate a large diamond or die trying.
Plus a person.
Might even get Violet to ride on it if her feet are tired.
I shout down, which one of you is going to cast a spell to get me back down?
Why don't you just climb down?
What, I'm going to risk climbing down and falling from 90 feet? I only climbed up because you said there was a spell going to help me.
Okay,
My
I'll
hero worship is dropping here.
I'll start walking over and say, "All right, Tea Leaf, I got you. I'm ready." And I take my crooked fingers out and point them up like I'm Emperor Palpatine, getting ready to cast Force Lightning. Go on, jump.
I'm not. What? I've got to jump before you cast it. What happens if you mess up?
It's only happened a couple of times. I've done this hundreds of times. Jump.
Yeah. So what's the risk of you screwing up?
Just trust me, Tea Leaf. Jump.
No, I'm not just going to jump.
Oh my. Well, this is a conundrum, isn't it?
I'm going to take my 50 feet of rope and I'm going to tie it around my waist, and then I'm going to tie it around the lever, and then I'm going to try to climb down.
Okay, good idea. So you'll be able to get down about 40 feet before you run out of rope, which will keep you about 50 feet from the floor.
And I see that, and I say to Bandit, "Wow, she's not only beautiful, but she's also clever."
You want
Just putting the hate into Bandit.
I'll turn around and look at Violet and see her like 40 feet off the ground, and think to myself, she's not so clever. That rope doesn't touch the ground, does it? Violet, go ahead and jump. I'll save you.
Wait a minute. I thought you were supposed to be saving me.
Violet here, trust me. Isn't that right, Violet? Jump.
What happens once you've saved her? What about me?
I will attempt to climb the rest of the way before I just jump.
Okay, roll a d6.
That's a 5.
Okay, so hold on. You were, what, 50 feet up? Just a second.
40 feet.
No, it's 50 feet.
Was it?
Yep. You fall, but only from 10 feet.
Yeah, I just
Okay.
don't let her fall.
Okay, so I don't take damage from that?
No, I'm going to say, no, you're a specialist now. So you're
She lands like she was trying to be delicately, but like falls to her knee, and she says, "I played around on the trapeze a couple times."
What?
Crispin applauds in front of Bandit loudly.
Bandit rolls her eyes.
Now, can any of you bind the wound? This thing looks pretty nasty, and I'm feeling a little faint.
Do either of us look like a doctor? And I'll turn around and say, jump, Tea Leaf.
I'll say, well, wait a minute. Why doesn't one of you, whoever's the best, the most talented, do what they can to get me down from here?
Tea Leaf, I have magic, but you have to be in motion, damn it, jump!
Yeah, but doesn't somebody else have a floating disc that could get me down?
I think that's more for piling things on. It's just if you landed on it, it's not like I can. I don't. Well, actually, I don't know.
think you can
Could
raise or lower
Could
it.
I raise it up
Let me take a look at the
like an elevator?
spell
No,
description there. real
It
quick.
floats 3
I
feet
think
above
it's
the ground.
just. Yeah, I think it's just by me to put heavy things on.
Yeah, you
So
can.
you could fall 83 feet. Or 87 feet, rather.
There you go. What a deal.
So basically, I've got no choice but to jump.
Yeah, and I'm just sitting down there, like, opening out my arms. Trust me,
So you
Tea
can
Leaf,
try to climb
jump!
down. And
You
then
can
if-
climb
What
down.
I'll do is I'll it's wiser. I'll put some faith in myself. I'll attempt to climb down, but you've got to be ready to cast that spell in case I fall.
Go ahead and roll.
All right. 3.
Oh, you fall from about 70 feet up.
Yeah, I'll use my instant reaction, because you can do that with Featherfall to cast Featherfall on him.
Is that a ranged spell? Just out of curiosity.
It is. It's 10 feet per level, but it'll cast when he's 20 feet from the ground, because it's instant.
So he falls a full 50 feet, and you're like, she's not going to cast a spell. She's not going to cast a spell. Now, you've already cast one spell, but you're second level, aren't you?
I am.
So that's your second spell of the day. And did you have it prepared?
Yeah, I said I have this prepared in Comprehend Language.
Fantastic. Very good. So you do. You cast it, and he floats down the last 20 feet.
I'm going to turn and look at Violet and say, men.
Good show.
Experience, Teely.
I float down then, and I say, "Well, you surprised me, but good job."
She's not even listening. She's just looking at Violet. You know, Violet, if you would have just let go of the rope, I would have cast it on you, too.
Mm.
Well, I'm used to doing things myself.
That's great. So now that you two are back on talking terms, let's check out the door.
I guess this is a good example of why not everyone gets to go to Harvard.
Yeah. Well, I say let's go through the door. Yeah, open the door.
Okay. So there was a corridor you step into. It's 20 feet wide. The ceiling. Oh, what are you doing for light? I mean, it's lit from the fire pit behind you, but you're not going to be able to see. In fact, you can't even see, just barely see the wall at the end, 40 feet ahead of you. And you can tell that there's an opening to the left, but you can't make out too much because of the light.
Is
The
anyone got
ceilings are, about 40 feet high.
Ian, can I scavenge some of that chainmail from the dwarves?
Yeah, sure you can.
Oh, that reminds me. Yeah, hand me back my sword too, if you'd be so kind.
Oh, certainly.
Oh, yeah, you're going to try to take it from the one that you knocked to the ground?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a bit messy since a dwarf exploded inside of it, but
Well, protection is protection.
okay.
I can pizzazz it up later.
It doesn't fit great. It's really bulky and stuff, and kind of, but yeah, it'll give you an armor class of 16.
We did, for me, Ian, when I took it, you gave me -1 dex too.
Yeah,
Was for the loose fitting.
yeah. It was a
Okay.
-1 to your dexterity or -1 to your dexterity modifier.
Dexterity, but it's the same for me because it knocked my mod.
Right.
Is a 13 a +1 or a 0? Does anyone know?
I
Plus
think
one.
it's 13 plus 1, yep.
+1.
Okay. Well,
Okay, yeah.
she like fastens it on as best she can. You said it's a armor class 16,
Yes, sir.
and a 13 is a +0.
13 is plus 1.
Oh, +1. Okay, cool. Then I have my AC went up to 16 or 17.
Okay. Tea Leaf draws his sword. I believe Bandit was just asking, what did you say, Bandit?
Oh, Violet handed me my sword back. That's
Did
all.
give it back to you? Okay, cool.
Yep.
Good to know. Bumped coming back. Oh. Did Shannon got bumped, it looks like?
I guess.
He'll be back shortly.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna keep the sword in my hand since Tea Leaf has his sword drawn.
Okay. What about you, Violet?
She draws her pistol.
Okay.
Does anybody have a torch?
I do not actually.
I unfortunately also do not.
No, I don't either.
That's a problem.
We lit a fire though. We could probably make a torch out of something.
Out of what? You lit a fire using oil in the basin.
So we got clothing. We just need a stick. We just need a stick, right?
Guess so.
Perhaps we could cut a femur off of one of those zombies.
I'm fairly certain, though, that Shannon said Crispin had torches.
He had 3, he said.
So as soon as he comes back to the hangout, we'll check that with him.
Yeah, he did in his intro say he had 4.
That's cool.
Yeah, while we wait for him to come back, if anybody wants to use the restroom, I guess, or get something to drink, go ahead and do so real quick.
Yeah.
Might as well take the opportunity. He should be back shortly. I'm going to refill my iced tea. Be right back.
I need to find some kind of tome in here so I can cast book speak on it. I don't care that it'll risk something crazy. I want to see a book animated.
Yeah, let's wait till it's a good book.
What the hell does that do?
It gives it turns a book into like a mouth and it speaks to me any question about its contents. So if I'm like, is there a spell in the book has to tell me. It's basically just a shortcut so I don't have to read the book. I can just like query the book. It's
That's a really
bad
cool spell.
Yeah, it's cool, but it's useless. The only funny thing it does is if somebody gets close to the book, that's not me. After I've cast Animate Book on it, it snaps at it and acts like a wild animal.
Well, it saves on time.
Yeah, what it also does is negate like arcane traps or runes or whatever that have been inscribed in books. Because if I animate the book and ask the book to tell me its information, I don't flip through it and read and activate all that crap. Because there's like some pretty nasty rune spells in this game.
Well, that's pretty handy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die the next hit I take, guys.
I figured you were probably in bad shape. That's why I was like, jump off. I was afraid.
Yeah,
like,
I have
Morph
two.
was gonna whack
I
you.
rolled a 5, so I have 2 hit points left. But
Yeah, you probably. Yeah. I'll give your character my gun so you can stay in the back and have multiple shots.
okay, that's very nice of her.
Yeah, she's stupid, but she's nice in a kind of stupid kind of way.
She was pretty bitchy when she first met Violet.
Say, Sinclair, have you ever thought about makeup? It's not just for actors and whores.
Makeup? No. The Witch Queen tells us to stay natural. You are familiar with the Witch Queen, aren't you?
Well, yes, I'm sure. Witches have spells and things, glamours, do they not?
Not witches, the Witch Queen of England. Yeah.
I'm interested in different queens entirely.
Yeah. See, because you probably don't know this. There's a witch that's the Queen of England right now. It's pretty
That's
fucking
right.
crazy.
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah, it's the fallout of us failing one of the other modules.
Hey, there we go.
Sorry about that. I
That's
had to kind
okay.
of reload the browser. Something happened.
No worries. We took a quick bio.
Okay.
Have you ever thought of wearing makeup? Why would I want to hide this?
Makeup doesn't hide, it enhances.
Enhance. You imply there's something wrong?
You could just use a little contouring, that's all.
Bitch factor increasing.
Bitch factor is about at 8,000 right now.
Okay, so Shannon, we're glad you're here. You had torches, did you not? Crispin has 3 torches?
3 torches, and given enough time, a light spell.
Okay.
Humble brag. Humble brag.
Which would you like to use? Because you're going into a dark corridor.
Torches. Save the spell.
Okay, I don't think I have the light spell memorized yet. I got a new spell, but I don't think I've had time to memorize because it takes
No,
some
you
time,
haven't.
right?
You have not memorized the new spell, but yes, you can, however, cast a spell if you know it and haven't memorized it yet. It's just that there's a chance that it could cause a catastrophe.
I'll just pull a torch out on the Hobbit hero's advice and light it up.
Yeah, you can just dip it into the little fire pit there with the burning oil in it and get it lit up real nice.
For bookkeeping's sake, also, Ian, while you were gone, I gave Hartunian Violet one of my guns.
Oh, cool.
Wow, they're bonding. Sort of.
Trading weapons.
Makeup.
Excellent. Okay. So then you'll step into the corridor with... Who's carrying the torch?
I will, probably.
Okay.
Since I'm not really the combat person.
Marching order? You can
Person-
actually all 4 walk abreast if you want. It's a 20-foot wide corridor.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, it does go down about, it goes 40 feet to the south before hitting a dead-end wall. However, there's a 20-foot wide corridor also going to the left, which would be eastwards. And from what you can see in that corridor, like I said, the hallway is, well, it's taller than you can actually see with the light source, but it slopes upwards as you start to move east. There's metal scaffolded catwalks about 3 feet wide lining both walls. In this case, it'd be the north and south, but on your left and right. And those go it's about 30 feet high. That catwalk, you can just see the top of the kind of scaffolding with your torchlight. There are stairs here at the western end of the catwalk where you've just come around the corner of this corridor that will lead up to the catwalk if you wish. In the middle of the floor, you see 2 parallel grooves that run as far as you can see down the corridor, 30 feet on.
Well, this is a charming place.
Drats. This is why we brought that little fucker of a dwarf.
And where is he now?
Yeah, where is he?
Stabbed you in the back, left you for dead.
Dwarves for you.
I knew he would. I told him from the moment we came in here.
Yeah.
Of course, we're invading his people's treasure trove.
So, can we see where the catwalks lead?
Yeah, they go on further. They go on along the corridor, just on the walls. The corridor just heads due east, as far as you can tell. You can only see like about 30 feet, like I said, because you're going by torchlight. So.
So we need to get up onto the catwalks to.
You don't have to. You can stay down here on the floor too if you want, where the grooves are. It's up to you.
No, let's stay together and just keep moving forward, maybe, until we can see what's ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
It's a good idea.
Okay. So you're walking along the floor.
Yeah.
Excellent. As you do so, once you go, let me just double check here, from where the catwalks are, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 feet, and at that point, on your left, on the north part of the wall, there are 2 great stone doors. There's one on the left and one on the right. The corridor continues on also beyond where you currently are standing. Let me just see how far it goes beyond there. Yeah, it goes on beyond as far as your torch can see and continues on. So, to the east. But you can walk kind of underneath the scaffolding catwalk thing, and up to these 2 great stone doors. They're side by side. Just there's one on the left, one on the right. It's not a double door, mind you. It's 2 doors.
Can we try and open one of them?
If you wish.
We'll try.
Which one, left or right?
Right.
Okay. You try to open it, and it does not open.
The one on the left.
The one on the left opens, and poison gas pours out. All of you need to make poison saves.
I think no! I don't breathe. I Bill Clinton it.
Make a poison save and see how well you Bill Clinton.
Whoa, I got a 12. I make it.
Let's hope you're not a Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah.
I got a 6. What's my prize? I don't think I made it.
No, I don't think you did.
These are all like really high. Yeah, I made my poison halfway. I needed 12.
Ooh, I hit it on the number.
Okay.
And I rolled a 7.
I
You failed.
feel us dying, Violet.
How did you do, Tea Leaf? Oh, are you there, Dave? How
I
did
got
you
a
do?
12.
What's your poison save?
6.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, halflings have great saves.
Yeah, that awesome.
Okay, well, Violet and Crispin dropped to the ground, gagging and coughing up blood.
Oops.
The gas just kind of stays right there in the corridor, right in front of the door. What are you guys doing?
Shit! I'm gonna run over and grab Violet and start trying to drag her out.
Drag her into the room, out of the gas, or drag her down the hall? Because the gas is poured out of the room into the hall. Inside the room, there is no gas.
Drag her into the room.
Okay.
And I'll. So who was? So it was Violet, and who was injured?
Crispin.
Crispin was the other one who's down.
I'll drag Crispin into the room.
Okay. Unfortunately, it's fatal. They're both going to die.
Oops.
You'll give us a vigil and stand over us.
The door on the right, of course, remains closed. But the room, you notice now that you're in, both doors did lead to the same room. It is a 20-foot by 20-foot square room. And there's a door on the northeast wall. Actually, it's facing north. That's let's see if I get a proper description of that door. Oh, sorry, it's standing open. It leads into a hallway.
So the other two are dying.
Yeah.
At least I'll leave a beautiful corpse.
I have a confession to make. A dream I had that I'll never get to see now.
Bandit's gonna look at you and just go, shh.
Alright, if you want to hear it, I'll share it.
No.
I was hoping a stone would crush our hobbit hero, leaving me alone with the two women to have a threesome.
I was born a man. Ugh.
I try to reach out and hold Violet's hand to comfort her, but I can't.
They just can't reach as they die.
Gas just blinds me.
Well, I'll look at Tea Leaf and say, that was odd.
And I
It's
say,
good to be a veteran character in this.
well, considering that they wanted a stone to fall on me and kill me, then I have to say that we just
wait.
go through what they've got and split it 50-50.
I'm not dead yet.
Aren't you? Sorry, I thought you were dead.
Yes, I was, but I came back. I just want to say it was an honor to be second level from watching you for a bit.
Oh, I'm glad that I was able to do something to help you. If you could just let us know when you die.
Yes, take what you need. I have no heirs like most old school characters.
That's great. If you're okay with us just helping ourselves while you're still alive, that would save us a lot of time. We would be grateful.
Please help yourself. I have nothing else to give.
Yeah,
Fantastic. How much money have you got?
I have absolutely zero coin, but I have a spell book.
Yes,
Okay.
give me that. Give me that spell book. And I walk over, just take it off you while you're dying.
Yes, it's all yours.
So if Violet's already dead, I'll take one of her pistols.
Okay.
I think I have a short sword, if that is valuable. Oh, and 2 torches. Apparently that's very valuable.
Oh yeah, we'll take the torches.
Also,
I have specialist tools.
Oh wait, no, I do have
those are
coin
valuable.
here. I have a
Those are
silver piece.
expensive.
I have a silver piece and 11 copper. There you go.
I don't have any silver left.
You got no silver left. What have you got?
I have so.
Dwarven armor, leather armor, a pistol, some ammo.
Hey, that pistol's mine, bitch.
I have my own.
Yeah. So you
And specialist tools. I left my rope in the other room.
Well, I tell you what, you take your pistol back. I'll have her pistol that she had of her own. You've had the spell book. Why don't I take her specialist tools?
Yes, everything else is yours. You might want to move away for a second, Tea Leaf. I'm going to peer into this asshole spellbook. I knew he was hiding something from me. Time to find out how to make discs float.
Explosive runes on the cover. Boom!
Sinclair, your dress is terrible.
So I walk over and I set it down. I'm gonna get I don't know. They go the other side of the room anyways, away from Tea Leaf. And now how does casting outside of my thing work, Ian? If I know the spell book speak, but I don't have it mesmerized.
Have it memorized?
Yeah, sorry, memorized. Memorized.
That's perfect. Yeah, you can. You're gonna need to study it anyway, and you have to study his spell book probably to try to learn his spells.
That's not what I want to do. I want to cast a spell
Oh,
I
okay,
know,
you wanna
but
cast
don't
it.
have memorized.
Yeah, you just have to make a magic save.
Okay. I'm going to try to cast then book speak on it.
Go ahead and roll d20, please, for me.
Yeah, sorry, Tea Leaf.
By the way, Nick and Shannon, if you guys want to go ahead and randomize up a couple more characters real quick, I'll find a way to have you guys kind of come stumbling through
Okay.
or something.
I say,
All right.
before I die, I say, Tea Leaf, there's something else you need to know.
Oh, shit.
Come close. It's a secret.
Go on then.
I think Bandit may mean you harm. You gotta watch your back. I'm dying now. Goodbye.
See you now. Bye. That's great. Okay. I'll also take the garrote.
I put my equipment in the text here for your
Yeah, that's nice. I've already seen that.
thievery. Your thievery.
I've just been waiting for you to die so I could divvy it up. Yeah, I'll go for the tinder box and the garrote as well.
Apparently this stuff is really valuable in this game.
This is awesome.
Why don't you guys have this stuff on you? Don't most adventurers have this? I guess not.
Yeah, I didn't have enough money.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
they spent all their money on expensive shit.
Yeah,
Alright.
just on crap.
I crit succeeded on it, actually, which is bad because I wanted to generate a random effect.
Oh, okay, good. Well then, yeah, the spell works fine. What was it, book speak you were casting?
Yeah, book speak.
So it starts speaking the spell book out to you?
Yeah, now I can ask it questions about its contents. So I'll
Okay.
ask it, what spells are in the book?
What spells are in your book, Shannon?
Oh,
Well,
read
we know-
magic,
Right, read magic, okay.
light, sleep,
Nice.
tensor's disc, and comprehend languages.
It was a floating disc, yeah, floating disc.
These Harvard spells will do me good. And then I'll say, did that crafty elf booby trap you book? Does he have runes in there of some nefarious make?
If it did, would you be dead, says the book.
But Bookspeak doesn't actually count as reading it.
Right, fair enough. So then, no.
And I'll walk.
I'll have to get to make a sand check hearing the cackle.
Make sure you guys add all those items that you took to your encumbrance sheet, right? Because encumbrance could come in handy. I might need to know what your encumbrance is at some point in this adventure.
I like to think, Crispin, that's the last thing you hear.
Probably. That and the Hobbit going, yeah, thank you very much. As I'm dying, he says with no emotion or compassion, thank you very much. Just
Nick,
let
do
me
you
have your
have
stuff.
access to the random character generator, or no?
I just use that. I got a female fighter to fit in with the women.
Give me 1 sec. I'm going to run off for a break real quick.
Okay, go ahead and do that. No problem. So, now you have a hall in front of you.
Just out of interest, I've got what's the damage for a pistol? Is it 6 or
D8.
D8? Okay. And a garrote?
It's a minor weapon. Are they D6 or D4? Just look here real quick. Oh, sorry. Garrot. Yeah, okay, that's the price check list. I need the actual damage list. Melee weapons. Yeah, it's a D6.
Okay, cool. Thanks, James.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I added the book to my encumbrance. I'm still under. So.
No problem.
It's a heavy book.
Yeah, well, to cast spells, you have to be light or under unless you're an elf, so it was relevant.
Yeah, it's also
I remember
it's kind of
now,
relevant if there is a chase scene or something like that, because being encumbered slows you down.
What's really crazy is elves can be heavily encumbered and still cast, which is pretty nuts.
Because they're just innately magical, I guess.
Part of their Harvard training, no doubt.
Yeah.
She's gonna find Harvard.
No, you're not.
Harvard.
It's hidden in non-elven eyes.
The Witch Queen will tell her.
Only an elf can take you there.
Rumor is the Witch Queen is 1/16th elf. Harvard.
Harvard, take me to Harvard.
So the doorway on the right leads 30 feet. Sorry, not on the right. It's on the northeast. Leads north. Leads about 30 feet down, and it looks like it opens into a room, as you can see from this torchlight. This torch that you're holding.
30 feet down.
Yeah, it's 30 feet long corridor, and then it opens into a room.
Okay, I guess we keep going. Picking up the torch that was dropped, obviously.
So as you move it over to that room, it's 30 feet wide. It's 30-foot square room anyway. There's no other exits or entrances, just the one that you come down. The room is completely bare except for 5 sarcophagi. The 4 in the corners are all open. And as you kind of look around, you can see that each of them has a once hidden compartment that is protruding from the base of their sarcophagus. Each sarcophagus and each of the compartments is empty. All 4 of the empty sarcophagi also have a carving on the lid and an inscription inside the lid carved in ancient dwarf, which neither of you speak.
Yes, but I can comprehend it.
The 5th sarcophagus in the center of the north wall is closed. On the lid is the carven image of an elf. So, oh, you had cast comprehend languages already. How long does that last?
That's expired, but I could try to force it.
Right, okay. Do you want to?
I'm going to turn to Tea Leaf this time and say, there's a chance I could understand what this strange script is, but trying to do it and failing could be catastrophic.
Well, we've got 2 choices. We've just seen 2 people die. And that was sad, but we did make something out of it, so it wasn't all bad. Now,
I've seen a lot of people die in this dungeon so far.
yeah, that's right. But this is the first time we've really sort of openly profited by helping themselves to their possessions, I suppose. So, you know, like I say, every cloud has a silver lining. We've got a choice. You cast that spell, and it could be catastrophic. Or we try and open that sarcophagus that's closed first. Those are the 2 choices. I'm happy to see what you think. What do you think, Trollface?
Trollface.
I think, truth be told, I'm not that great of a magic user anyways. Let's try to open the other coffin.
Let's go for it.
The sarcophagus opens easily. On the inside of the lid is a carved inscription in ancient Dwarven. The sarcophagus itself is empty.
Yeah. So 5 sarcophagi, all empty.
Yeah, Bandit considers herself quite knowledgeable about these things, so not actually knowing what they're called, she's going to say, yes, 5 esophaguses.
Yeah, that sounds good. And there's nothing else in the room apart from that.
No, that's it.
So how catastrophic are we talking?
You never know till you try.
Yeah, you know what? It's not going to be that bad. I'll do it. You might want to stand back though.
I'll stand back.
Roll saving throw versus magic, please.
Oh fuck. That was pretty much a fluke last time. This probably is not going to end well. Nope, I failed it by 11.
Roll a d12, please.
Okay. Got a 5.
Huh. The sorcerer's emotional state bleeds out into the environment around them, affecting weather and ambient mood within 1 mile. The effect moves with the sorcerer. When the sorcerer becomes angry, storm clouds gather, and so forth. Effect details are not controllable and should be determined by the referee. What is your mood currently, Bandit?
Sassy.
Sassy. Okay. It's not going to have much effect here underground, I suppose, but okay. Good. And that's a permanent effect, by the way, so you might want to write it down.
Okay.
Your emotional state bleeds out into the environment around you. But it also affects ambient mood, so I mean, it could also affect your companions, I suppose. So the spell fails.
What was
Okay.
that?
So there's no partial success in this, is there?
No, there really isn't.
Using spells like that.
There really
Yeah, it
isn't.
kinda sucks.
Next time we play, we'll use the playtest rules. It'll be better.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try again then.
Okay, roll d20. What's the worst can happen?
Yeah, I might animate one of the dead and have them eat our brains.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually made it. 16.
Okay, so this time you managed to get the spell off and you can comprehend the writing. Which one are you reading?
We'll say just the closest one.
The one that
No,
you just opened?
It was closed.
It's not closed anymore, but the one that you just opened, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, the inscription reads, "Give that which is only used in peace."
Oh shit! I hate riddles.
Yeah.
So I'll give that which is only used in peace.
Make an intelligence check for me.
Oh, I didn't know you're a
Both of
comedian,
you.
Ian.
Both of you.
So, well, I need
Oh, no.
more or less than mine.
Less.
Okay. So, and
Equal
do I
to or
get to
less
use
than.
modifier as well? I've got intelligence 4,
No. Just roll
No.
d20.
less than 14. Okay. Damn, 20.
Nope. Okay. Yep. Give that which is only used in peace.
That which is only used in peace.
I'm back, BTW.
Okay, cool. Did you get another character randomed up?
Yeah, yep.
Cool. What'd you get?
I just opened it. So I got a male cleric.
Oh, interesting. You have the spell book? You have the rules for access?
Yeah, the rules of magic. I don't have to
Cool.
prepare it like with whatchamacallit, right?
No.
How the hell is a cleric a child, though?
Oh, you're a child?
That's what it the random descriptors is male, child, drab clothing, scrawny.
So you're young. You're a young cleric. A prodigy.
I have an intelligence of 6.
Uh,
Nice.
maybe smart enough to understand what the thing said, if you were lucky.
Okay, and are you still there, Shannon?
What was that?
Okay, Shannon's away from the keys. When Shannon comes back, I'll bring him and Nick back into the game.
Okay. So we couldn't read the
No,
clothes.
she can read the all of the sarcophagi.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'll read the other ones too.
Okay.
Okay. So, the first one says, "Give that which engenders love." The lid has a carved image of a human on it. The second one says, "Give that which feeds the hungry." It has the carved image of a goblin on it. The third one says, "Give that which fills the silence with beauty." It has a carved image of two dwarves on it. The fourth one says, "Give that which helps a blind man see." And it has the imprint of a very large foot.
We're going to try intelligence checks on those as well.
Sure, I'll let you guys do one more intelligence check. Just so
Alright.
you can look at all the rest now.
What was the third one? I missed it.
Give
Fills-
that which fills the silence with beauty.
No, 9.
You heard all of this before. Do you remember when you were looking at those murals and stuff on the wall in the one hall? And there was that that little anvil-like thing that opened up, and you could change the you could move the surfaces around on the anvil, and each of them had these carvings on them. And the one that said that which is only used in peace was the one that had the hammer. Was it hammer and pick sitting on it? You remember the golden implements? There was the mining pick and the hammer. When you guys came in, they were gold
Yeah.
Doesn't the dwarf have that?
plated. Did he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That's
Yeah.
unfortunate then.
Yeah, I think the dwarf had that.
Any chance that maybe one of you guys would have been holding it for him?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah? I think it's probably a good idea.
Oh, funny you should say that. Actually, yes, we were. Yeah.
Otherwise, Violet and Crispin died for nothing.
Yeah. We were holding that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Glad
Okay.
you're.
Cool. Just wondering. Okay. Yep. So there you go. I know it's been a month since we last played, so you guys probably forgot about that. But
Yeah, you're right. We did. Yeah.
I listened to the playback earlier today, so.
Now we know. So, what do you think?
Did you externalize that thought to me, Tea Leaf, about the hammer and the pick maybe going in it?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I said,
Um,
what about that hammer and pick?
Well, if you want to try to put it in, I'm with you, and I'll grab my sword.
Okay, we'll put it. I'll put it in.
Put them into the sarcophagus, and the bottom of the sarcophagus slides away into the wall. At the same time, a shelf slides out from the base of the sarcophagus. In
A
this
what?
shelf, a shelf.
Okay.
In the shelf, you see a warhammer and a silver shield. Looks like it's made of pure silver.
Oh, cool. I'll take both.
Whoa.
That's nice. So I wonder what else is in the other sarcophagus.
Well, the other ones all have the shelves protruding from the bottom, so they've already been opened and taken.
Okay. So I wonder, is the shield? It's a solid kind of shield, is it?
It's a pure silver shield.
It might just be ornamental, because I mean, pure silver is a very soft metal. We'll take it anyway, but. And
Bandit?
the Warhammer. What's that, mate?
Andrew, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. What'd you say?
What's
Make an
the
intelligence check, please.
Intelligence?
Yeah.
Failed by 14.
Okay, no problem. The Warhammer, it's just a really nice, fancy-looking Warhammer. It's not made of any special. It's not made of silver or anything like that, but it's just really nice looking. Extremely high quality.
Okay, well. Is it something that either one of us could be able to wield?
I don't see why not. It's, It's just a warhammer. It's not like a giant warhammer or anything.
What do you think? I mean, we just take it?
If anything else, they could be worth money.
If you can use them somehow, Tea Leaf, be my guest. I require my hands.
I mean, I'm pretty kind of loaded up with weapons since we raided the 2 dead people.
Speaking of which, are you back yet, Shannon? Okay, guess not.
But I'm sort of mindful of the fact that maybe we take it for now because it obviously kind of meant something to somebody.
If nothing else, it looks valuable.
Yeah. I guess we take it for now. But then the last time I suggested something, we opened the door and 2 people got poisoned. I'm kind of cautious on making suggestions, really.
Yeah, I'm sure Bandit would agree with taking them, but then again, she has a 5 intelligence.
Yeah, I've got a 14. Tilia's got a 14 intelligence. But that didn't do much for opening the poison gas door. Although we did get a load of equipment out of it, so it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take the hammer for now. And the shield.
Okay.
The shield, we're definitely taking it silver, you know.
Mm-hmm. Who's carrying them? Are you carrying them, Tea Leaf?
What's that?
Are you carrying them?
Well, I'll carry the shield if Bandit carries the war hammer for now.
Agreeable to that, Bandit?
Yeah, I can carry it.
Okay, on your character sheet, write down that you have Elfbane Warhammer.
Ooh,
I like the
For
sound
you,
of that.
Dave, write down that you have Magical Silver Shield.
magical silver shield. Wow, okay, that sounds...
Obviously, your character doesn't know that it's magical, but I trust you not to use character knowledge outside.
Oh, don't worry. Twirls mustache.
No, I don't even care if you do, as long as it's done in a fun way.
No. To me, it's just a fancy silver shield. To Team, it's a fancy silver shield. Silver shield. That's how good I'm being.
Okay.
Silver shield. Yeah. Cool.
Okay, what are you guys going to go from here while we wait for Shannon to come back? Actually, you guys might be able to get back. Well, who knows? Anyway, where do you want to go?
Yeah, we need to at least go back to the first fork,
Yeah.
which is... Is that all the way back to the hallway, Ian, or is it back to the room we escaped into?
Yeah, the last fork was just outside the room. It was the hallway, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, my inclination would be to start heading back there.
Okay, and you want to see where it leads if you'd go carry it on beyond this area?
Is there another door in here?
No, there's no other doors here, so you got to go back to the hallway with the catwalks,
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's my
So
plan.
if you walk on about 40 feet more down that corridor to the east, you will eventually see the end of the corridor ahead of you, and you see a... let me make sure I get the description of this thing correct, but yeah, you see at the end, where's the description of it? A massive roller which takes up the entire width and height of this passage. Seems to be fixed to the wall by a thick steel cable.
A roller.
It fits nicely into those 2 grooves on the floor. Remember, this floor was sloping upwards as you walked east.
A roller.
Mm-hmm.
Made of what? How big?
Stone. It's 40 feet in diameter, and it's 20 feet wide. Sorry, 40 feet in height, if you will. And 20 feet wide. And just as you see that, Lug the fighter, and what's your character's name, Nick?
His name is Wally.
Wally. Lug and Wally, you guys ended up here kind of trying to follow these adventurers that you heard went into this dwarven ruin, hoping maybe you'd find their corpses to pick their belongings off of or something. And it's led you down to this corridor, which
Which what?
Did you go link that, Ian? I'm guessing so.
There's a corridor.
Huh. Are we dead again?
Can you guys hear Ian?
No.
I can't hear you, no.
Okay. Yeah, something's up with it. Yeah, Wally, Lug, you guys get crushed to death. Roll up a new character.
Oh no!
Lug the fighter and who else?
Are you
Wally the cleric.
Who the cleric?
Sorry, did you ask something?
What was the
Yeah,
cleric?
Wally.
Riley. Hello, Riley.
Wally. W-A-L-L-Y. Short for Wallace.
Huh. Sorry about that, lads. Give me a second.
Riley.
Yeah, lagged out, I guess. I lost my internet or something.
Riley and Lug.
Okay.
I'm Lug.
Hello, Lug.
Hello.
My name's Wally. I'm the chosen one.
I take it you guys just walked down the hallway and approached them?
We certainly are playing a lot of stereotypes here, but I don't mind.
What's a stereotype?
Ask Bandit. She's the smart one.
Wally. That sounds like the name of a holy man. Do you know who I am, holy man?
I don't know who you are, sir.
Sir,
Oh, you're
I'm
a girl?
I'm a servant of the Witch Queen of England.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're so homely.
Perhaps I can take you away from your god and help you find the finer things in life.
So this roller.
Yes. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Are we in front of it or behind it?
Well, you're in front of it because it's like steel cable held to the wall at the far end of the corridor.
So we've got to be careful that we don't do anything that it rolls back on us.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, are there doors or anything like that to the sides of it?
Oh, it's a dead end.
Perhaps there's a door behind it.
Yeah, but it's about. Ah, wait a minute. Is this in the same corridor as the
The
catwalk?
catwalks? Yes.
So we really need to get up on the catwalks, I think.
You could. You're going to go back to the west end of the corridor where the stairs were leading up to the catwalks?
How far is that?
Like 150 feet or so.
Hmm. Either that or it's a dead end on the roller. Is that right?
Correct.
Nothing
we
in the
s-
walls.
Do we see any obvious way to activate the roller?
No.
My thought is that we have to go back 150 feet and get up on the catwalks.
You do
Because-
notice that the catwalk ends at where the roller is. It doesn't go beyond there.
Exactly how much is 150 feet?
It's like almost 40 hobbits.
Hmm.
I don't know, Lug. Maybe you can break it. You look strong.
Yes, I am. I don't want to brag or anything, but
Yeah, but if
Oh,
we
well, drag away.
actually, I'm more of a can take a hit than a give a hit type of guy. You know what I mean? And I elbow Bandit like she's a guy. Yeah.
well,
she'll like trip down to a knee almost.
I'm suggesting that we go back to the catwalks. Get up on the catwalks.
You never steered me wrong so far, Tea Leaf.
Uh,
Give it
Sounds like a
time.
plan, you funny little man.
don't mention to these new guys, Bandit, about the door and the poison.
You guys go back to the west end where the stairs are to lead up to the top of the catwalks?
I think so.
Poison. I'm
No,
not afraid of poison.
Not poison, boison, like Barry.
That's right, poison. It was berries, and it was great, and the other two just left. They got bored.
That's a fine garrote you have on you.
Oh,
It looks natural, like you bought it.
oh, I did. Yeah, I got it fairly recently. We got a few good deals from a couple of people who didn't need them anymore.
But that's good.
It's all good.
You know, it's funny, I almost have a sense of deja vu. I was someone else, and I had 3 torches, and I'm looking over my equipment right now, and once again, I have 3 torches.
Ah, fascinating.
Useful.
Yes.
It's meant to be. It's good.
Yeah.
You might need them before this is done.
We've got 1 torch each, which is good. So you've got 3, so that's great.
Yes.
So in theory, if anything went wrong and you'd only use 1 of them, we could end up with 2 each, which would be useful.
That's true, I say, patting my chain armor
Chain armor, useful.
as the hobbit greedily looks upon me.
Yeah. Bandit, we need to make a note of what they've got. Just in case.
Never know.
So we go back to the catwalks.
Okay, that's the plan then, yeah?
Yep.
Yup.
Okay, you guys go back there. Which stairs do you want to take? The ones on the north or south wall?
Do they both lead to the roller?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm going to suggest north. What does everyone else think?
Works for me.
Why do you want to go north?
I don't know. It's 50-50. I just always think north's kind of forward, even if it probably isn't.
What do you think, Wally?
North is as good as direction as any.
Well, you heard it from Wally. Guess we're going north.
So the catwalk is only 3 feet wide. Once you start to climb up the stairs and you see the catwalk, or the stairs and the catwalk's in front of you. So I'll need a marching order.
I don't mind going. I'll go first. It was my idea. It was my suggestion.
You're at the front.
Yeah,
I'll go
You're gonna be
second.
behind Tea Leaf. Okay, who's gonna be
I'll
third?
be third. I guess I'll be third.
And that puts you in the back then, Nick.
Okay, Wally will take the back.
Wally. Sorry, I gotta write this down. So we got Lug and Wally. What are your armor classes, Wally?
Wally's is 18.
Holy
Wow.
shit, what's he wearing?
Chainmail and a shield.
And Lug?
Lug is 16,
Okay, chainmail without a shield.
and his range attack bonus is +2, and melee is the same.
What's your encumbrance, Nick?
Does the sheet roll that up, or no?
The character sheet would, yeah. If you look at it, like you list all of your equipment, and you figure out from there. Chain armor counts as 1 point of encumbrance. I know that.
He should have 2, which is lightly.
Yeah, I have 2 right now.
And what's your movement speed normally?
My movement speed is whatever normal character's movement speed is,
Okay,
right?
120 feet. So, but now you are, which would be exploration speed, 40 feet in combat round. Because you're lightly
Okay.
encumbered, you're now at 30 feet per round. Okay, good to know.
Okay.
Okay, you guys climb up the stairs and you step out onto the scaffolding. Then, Tea Leaf, yeah,
Yep.
and you immediately hear a crunching sound coming from down the end of the hallway, and hear clang, 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 as well as this kind of grinding stone sound. What do you do?
Clanging sound. From
What's
in
that
front of-
noise?
Clanging sound in front of us.
Yep, it's beyond your range of sight, but
Mm. Clanging sound. That kind of sounds like it could be a. Well, I draw my sword.
What is it? What's going on up there?
I don't know. It's some kind of clanging noise.
the sound will continue. Clang, 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 and yeah, okay.
Give us our last rites, Father.
Last rites? Is someone dead?
We're about to be.
I can't see over Lug. I can't see over you.
You can now see. This is great. You can now see, it comes into your range of view. You can see the stone roller rolling down the hall in front of you. Remember, it goes all the way to the ceiling. And you can see what the clanging sound is, the sound of the catwalks collapsing under it as it rolls towards you. Now, where you are standing, at this stage, it is about 40 feet away from you. Yep, and you guys are all up on the catwalk. I've got it here. Okay. You are about 40 feet advanced on the catwalk at the moment, and 40 feet ahead of you, you can see the roller Tea Leaf. Each person successively behind you is 5 feet further from it, or 5 feet closer to the stairs. What are you going to say, Tea Leaf?
Well, so basically we've got to run for the stairs, do we?
Okay, is that what you're going to say? Nobody else can see.
Run for the stairs.
Okay, so you all turn to run. Now, I'm just going to do the math here and figure the fastest you can't go any faster than the slowest person who's at the back. So that's 30 feet per round, whereas this thing is, the roller is moving 40 feet around, moving 10 feet around faster. So it'll take 4 rounds to get to you. Nope, you guys will be able to run down just in time, get around the corner as the roller rolls past you and slams into the wall behind you. But it's a pretty close call.
That is a close call. That's got a sort of Indiana Jones moment to it.
Mm-hmm. If you go back then around the roller and look back up the hall, the catwalk is gone. The scaffolding's all gone. It's all collapsed into the floor.
Okay. What was behind the roller?
You guys advance all the way down to the end of the hallway and see what was behind the roller?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely nothing, just a wall.
Oh, no. That was pointless trick.
Just a wall. I'm going to search that wall.
Okay, a little search check.
Fortunately, my search is not great. Failed.
You find nothing?
What kind of crazy person would build a catwalk and then build a roller to destroy the catwalk?
Yeah. Can I search?
Sure you can.
I've only got a 1 in 6, but I'll give it a shot. A 2, no.
Nope. You find nothing.
Here, move out of the way, funny little man. Let me have a look. 6.
Nothing. You find a
It's
wall.
definitely a wall.
Yes.
It's keen
Surely.
eye you have, Wally.
Surely you can see something, Lug. I know it's here.
Well, I don't want to brag or anything, but I'll give it a try.
Yeah, go for it.
Big, strong, perceptive man like you. Bet you can do a lot of things.
Yes, I can, not understanding the subtleties you make towards my character since he has a low intelligence.
So does she. I don't think she's very subtle.
Alright, this is search. I have a skill of 1. Is that like a
Roll a
D20?
d6. Roll a d6. You need to roll a 1 to succeed.
I got a 6.
Nope. You found a wall.
Seems to be
Solid wall.
just a wall here. I'd bet Wally's balls on that.
You leave my balls out of this. I told you for the last time, Lug.
I thought they cut your balls off. You're not one of those castrated monastery men? What?
I look confused at Wally.
You are you potent, Wally?
Well, I'm only 12.
Going to a dark place. So there's nothing there. It's a solid wall.
Well, it's times like this I wish we had a Harvard elf with us. They'd be able to find secret doors. You didn't have an elf in your group, did you? Ever?
How do you know of Harvard?
One time, I was in this smelly bar called the Troll's Anus. There were some drunken elves there, and they said some things they regretted that they didn't want me to hear, but I heard. There was mention of this great school called Harvard, where all the elves went, and the occasional non-elf, who was humiliated and stupefied, but came out learning more.
Oh,
Anyway,
my God.
it's hidden somewhere. I'm sure we'll never find it.
I don't suppose that famous Harvard taught them anything about avoiding poison gas, did it?
Don't know if that's a skill set. I just heard of this. You might want to ask the next elf you see.
Yeah, maybe we can do that. Sure. I'm guessing no.
That's
So
a nice
the-
garrote you have on you, too.
Yeah,
Looks
it is
new.
brand new.
Looks new, like it just came out of the store.
Literally never been used.
That's nothing. Look at this. Now
You're,
I'm gonna pull out my silver hammer.
Your torch is about dead now, Tea Leaf.
Is dead.
Yeah, your torch is dying.
Oh, okay.
Another one of you guys will be encased in darkness.
Hey, look. What about
Hmm?
maybe you could use one of your torches?
Well, how many do you have, Wally?
1, 2, 3. 3 torches.
Oh, oh, oh.
No, I think you have 4, Wally. And I, count his torches, and then I count mine, and then I cleverly give him one of my torches, thinking I fooled him, and go, yeah, light that one.
Yeah.
I'll hold the torch.
Okay? You
Oh,
gonna light
look,
it?
tough.
Okay. You get it lit just as the other one is dying out. So, now what?
So the choices are the
The last time you had a choice that you've not explored was before you came down into this underground cavern, back in the kind of entry hall where all the bodies were. There was a couple of doors that you hadn't explored yet, one on the east and one on the west wall.
there's seemingly no other route.
No,
apart from
It's a
that.
long ways back. You gotta go all the way back to the beach, get back in the submarine, wind yourselves back up to the other beach.
That's it. Okay. Group discussion. What do we think?
Yeah, it's quite simple, really. Whenever you're confused, just go back to the beginning, as my instructor told me.
Yeah, but that's a long way.
What do you think, Wally?
Well, gee, Log. Is there any path Is there any path you've yet to check yet?
There is. You guys would know too. From when you came in through the entrance, you came down a corridor. You were tracking these guys. You came into a big, massive hallway with all this purple smoke on the ground, like a purple fog. There was kind of like a little like dais kind of area with this anvil on it, almost altar-like. And there was a door behind that was open that led then into kind of another chamber which had 4 fountains within it. There were some stairs leading down from there which led down to this huge underground cavern with the big what were they called? The big crane-like devices, each of which had one of those submarines on the end of a steel cable. 2 of the submarines were missing. One of them was still there. You guys would have taken the one that remained, so now all 3 submarines are down and in the on the beach in this lower area, because you had to take the submarine down through this little whirlpool area. And you came up on the beach, walked down a long corridor. There's a few little side corridors. They didn't lead to anything. All led to kind of dead ends. And it took you down to that great hall where your first 2 characters first teleported in. And then you know from there how to get to here.
So long ago.
Mm.
Well, the way I see it, we can try to steal that diamond, or we can go back.
But back in that first entry hall, where all the purple mist was, there were 2 unopened doors.
Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't sound like there's much of a choice apart from going back. I wonder how we could try and steal that diamond.
If we had that stupid dwarf, maybe he could tell us. He knew a thing or two about architecture.
Yeah.
Out of character, isn't there? There's one more door down here, but we just can't figure out how to open it, right?
No, that led back into that same room that both doors were.
Oh, okay.
You're still not sure how to open that door. It won't open for you. Maybe it doesn't open. But.
Mm-hmm.
How big of a shock was that roller when it like hit the other wall?
Pretty big. I mean, it would have crushed you flat.
So big that we could maybe think to go back and re-look at the diamond to see if something in the rooms happened,
Oh, it seems like the diamond was shaken loose.
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah, roll an intelligence check.
Well, everyone?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Even Lug.
Everybody can roll.
Oh, yeah.
Oh baby, I actually succeeded.
Holy shit.
I
Lug got a
failed.
7, but with a -1, it's a 6.
Got a 4.
Yeah, you don't take the -1. You just keep the 7. But what you have to do is you have to roll equal to or under your ability score to make an ability check in this.
Ah, okay.
So,
Then
what's your intelligence?
I think it's 7. Let me check.
Oh, then you made it.
I got a 6. I made it.
I got it on the nose.
And you're still smarter than Bandit.
Isn't
Sinclair.
everybody?
Well, those of you who made it realize that, that diamond, had that diamond shaken loose, then the hall probably would have collapsed, seeing as it's a keystone.
Yeah, that's true. Good job we knew that.
Now my emotions are bleeding into these guys, aren't they?
Yeah, her emotions do have some kind of effect on you. What's your emotion now? Has it changed?
My emotion right now is greed, extreme greed.
Hmm.
Mm.
I'd like
That's
to
pretty
have
bad
that
to that
spell.
diamond though.
I'd like to have that spell book, I say to Bandit greedily.
What spell book?
The one that I know is on the halfling.
I haven't got it.
just sharing my thoughts openly. Now let me explain some things. And I go off and don't make any sense.
Spellbook. Fuck spellbooks. Did you see the size of that diamond?
You know, spell books where they put recipes for cooking.
We need that diamond's what we need. Just think of what you could do with that, Lug.
How are we going to sell that anywhere? It's too obvious, isn't it? Big
Nobody-
diamond.
nobody
Everyone's going to know where
would
that
maybe-
came from.
I think
Nobody
How
would
did we get
maybe-
up there?
I think we have to go back.
The Witch Queen will buy it.
Yeah, I was gonna say the only person that could probably afford to buy it would be the Witch Queen.
Oh, she'll pay handsomely.
We need to consider the market economy, I say, and I go off and I'm like totally off on economics.
In an economy ruled by a witch, crystals at an all-time high, boys.
The stock is out of control. It's going to split, too. What?
But if the diamond is 300 feet above us, then we need to go back up anyway.
Agreed.
So let's go back up.
Okay,
But the
can you do
diamond.
that? Go all the way back to the beach, get in one of the submarines, and wind your way back up.
I think so. I can't think of any other. I've got no other idea.
Yeah, back to the surface.
Okay. So you wash back up on the beach where the the three large cranes were. You can take the stairs on back up into the room with the four fountains. You'll have to light another torch probably around that time because that torch will burnt out at this stage. So mark off the torch and light another one. Who's going to light the next one?
I lit one of mine. Perhaps
Mhm.
Wally could light-
I'll light one of mine then.
Okay. And you come out that secret doorway back into the kind of big central hall, the site of the massacre, as we'll call it. So once again, I'll read that description as you come out. So it was a large chamber, which had been the scene of a massacre. You found bodies of some humans, lots of dwarves, in the purple mist on the ground. The purple mist is probably about knee-high on all of you. It's quite thick. You can't actually see the bodies beneath it, but you know they're there because you all kind of stepped and tripped over it and found them underneath. They're all dressed in like an ancient style kind of bronze armor with, older weapons and stuff too. It's obviously they've been there for centuries and centuries. The room had a vaulted ceiling about 20 feet high. Each of the walls had a scene kind of painstakingly carved and painted into the living rock, which we went over the first time you guys came through here.
Yeah.
There's the altar, 3 feet tall, on a dais against the north wall, which behind which is the secret door, which you're now coming out of. The dais is about 18 inches or so high, but the purple mist seems to retreat from the altar itself, so that most of the dais is not covered by it. Looks like a scoop of the mist has literally been taken out around the altar. Engraved into the surface of that altar was all the words you remember. There was the surface of the altar could be changed, which is how you figured out the whole that which was once used in peace or whatever, which was only used in peace. There was that meteorite to the right of the altar, which you had to pick away at with the gold-plated pick and hammer to open the secret door in the first place. And what else is here? There's a door on the west wall, which has purple mist cascading from the cracks around it. And there is another door, I believe, on the east wall, isn't there? Fairly certain there is, although I don't see any description for it here. Why is there no description for it? I don't know. But
I'll look at Tea Leaf and say,
there is a
Pick
door on
your-
the east wall.
pick your poison. Oh. Bad choice of words.
Good job we didn't make
Well,
that.
I wasn't very considerate of your previous people who died of poisonous gas, but I'm not one of them, so
Yeah, no, that's right, exactly.
Do we have a map of where we're going, or do we just refer to left, right, door, left, door
Free
here, door there?
making it up as we go along.
You have to, if you guys want a map, you got to draw it up yourselves.
Nah,
Our guide was our map, and he
That's old
disappeared.
school.
nah. So
Was he a
basically,
dwarf?
he was a dwarf, an unreliable dwarf.
You know what they say about dwarven scouts.
Yeah. Big and
Can't
fat,
trust 'em.
long beards.
Can't
Yeah.
trust him.
They get 48 votes. That's what they say.
Yeah.
Are these votes based on your characters? Like people actually came and voted? Like 30 votes here.
No,
No.
They approved of your character 30 times.
not at all.
So how many doors are there that we haven't been through?
There are two. One
Two.
on the west wall, which has the kind of purple mist cascading from the cracks around it, and then the one on the east wall.
Let's maybe. Although that purple.
They're here at the like the room. This hall itself is 60 feet wide from west to east, and about 110 feet from north to south. Okay, these west and eastern doors are on the northernmost point against the west and eastern walls.
So we've got a choice of two doors. Which one does everyone want to go for? East or the other one?
I think Wally should decide.
Because the purple mist, when we came in, wasn't toxic, was it?
No, it's not toxic at all.
So
Let's go east.
Let's try the one with the purple mist, maybe.
That sounds all right too.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d10 for me there, Nick.
7.
Okay, thank you. So you're going to the wall to the west?
Yes.
Okay.
BT dubs, I'm feeling fat right now. So you guys are all feeling fat.
Okay.
Should have laid off
Does
the
this robe make me look fat?
Yes, it does. Sorry.
So you can open the door pretty easily. And as you do, purple smoke filling the entire tunnel beyond the door billows out into your room. So the purple mist even gets kind of higher on the ground. But yeah, it leads to there's a hall, which you can see with your torchlight goes about 20 feet before kind of widening and then also turning left or south. So all totally you can go across 40 feet, but then you can turn south and you're in a 20-foot wide corridor anyway, which leads down into another room. If you look at this room, then it is basically 50 feet wide from east to west and 30 feet from north to south. And you will see in this room, my proper description here, in the center of the room you can see a large fire pit which is pumping out a continuous stream of purple smoke. The entire room is filled to the point that the smoke is palpable, making your vision pretty poor and breathing a bit difficult, although it doesn't seem to be poisonous. It's just the thickness of the smoke that bothers you. To the northeast of the fire pit, there are 4 humans you can find lying in the mist. They're all outfitted like the ones in Location 3 with their bronze armor and short swords, and they're all dead. Their bodies show no signs of violence, and they're so fresh you could swear that they just died as soon as you walked in the room. Just west of the fire pit, facing to the east, you find an ancient-looking dwarf, beardless and wearing nothing more than a cotton wrap around his nether regions, sitting lotus-style on the floor, within a curious symbol that is painted on the floor. A unicursal hexagram set inside a dodecagram. His arms remain outstretched and he looks as if he is meditating. He looks to you as if he's still alive.
I can read magic. Does that make sense to me?
No, it's just like some kind of it's a magical circle for doing some kind of ritual or something.
Okay.
So...
Wally walks up to him. Hey, mister!
It's the last thing I was going to suggest we do. But too late.
He does not respond.
That's lucky.
Maybe we should throw him in the fire.
Maybe not.
Wally gently pokes him with the butt of his spear. Hey, mister!
He does not react.
Let's leave the dwarf alone.
Oh, come on, guys. Let's throw him in the fire.
Let's not.
You know what they say about meditating dwarves?
For some...
There's no actual fire in the pit. It's just the smoke pouring out of it.
The dwarf reminds me of our dwarven god, and I start to get angry at the dwarf.
And now
Which
we're
I-
all feeling angry, so I start to feel angry to you and say, stop being angry at the dwarf.
I get even angrier. It starts to turn into blind rage.
Wally stabs the guy. I said, hey!
I seem to be
He,
traveling with a bunch of psychos.
He does not react, although he does begin to bleed.
Don't hobo murder him. He's hopeless.
Well, that's weird. Weirdest thing I've seen all day. Aside from 20-foot rollers.
So there's no fire in the pit, but there is smoke.
Yeah, you want to search it?
Yeah.
You will find 3 seeds still smoldering within that are creating the smoke.
Hmm. Three seeds.
Also, against the west wall, you can see the priest's kind of personal effects rest area.
Let's check out the personal effects.
There is a bed
Uh-huh.
made of solid rock, and not even smooth rock at that.
Okay.
There is a really not hidden compartment in its base.
Okay. Let's check out the compartment.
Okay, you open it and find a handful of pebbles in a leather bag.
In a-
Um, You find a. You
In a-
find. You also find a scroll.
Scroll. Take the scroll.
Okay.
Bandit, you take a look at the scroll.
Yeah, let's see what's in this. And I'll open it up like a pinup.
It's written in a language you cannot read, although you recognize the runes as a language you saw earlier. It's ancient Dwarven.
Okay. Stand back, gentlemen.
Gonna cast read magic or no comprehend languages. Sorry.
Yeah, once they move out of the way, I'll throw my hands out and give it a go.
Roll that magic save, please.
Ah, damn. I failed.
Okay, roll me a d12, please.
7.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll randomly to see who's standing closest to you. It's Lug.
I sense I'm in great danger.
Lug and Bandit, your minds completely trade places. So, Bandit, you are now inside of Lug's body. Lug, you're now inside of Bandit's body. Roll a d6 for me there, Andrew.
Okay. 4.
Okay, and roll another d6.
1.
Okay. Now, you're in Lug's body now. So here's how this is going to work. You take on Lug's physical scores, his strength, dex, and constitution. And Lug takes on your strength, dex, and constitution. So if you guys want to go ahead and either type those in the message thing on the side or whatever, adjust your characters appropriately. However, you are now inside Lug's body. You maintain your mental faculties, and you can still cast spells. But you don't have your spell books.
Let's see.
I seem to be in a different place, and
Lug, you have a female's voice now.
I seem to be in a different place, and I look around.
And yes, Bandit, you have a male. You have Lug's voice now, so.
Lug's voice.
Okay, by the way, my stats are 8, 13, 10 in alphabetical order for those.
8, 13, and what?
In 10.
So it's at 8 dex. Oh no, 8 con, 13 dex, and 10 strength.
Yep.
Okay.
Let me just copy mine into the chat for you.
Wow, I feel fucking strong. Holy smokes. And I'm holding out my sausage fingers in front of me.
But when you look at his stats, he's not that strong. He's more like he can take the hits because he's got a high con.
So you now have a strength.
I don't think you're that big.
Dex
or
of
strong.
11, and you have a con of 18. That's
Yeah.
nice, Bandit.
Yeah, this was a win for me.
So with a plus
Assuming
3.
it's permanent.
And your con was an 8 before?
You were in chainmail, right?
Is 8 a negative 1, Andrew?
Yes, it is.
So he loses 4 hit points, right?
Yeah.
Right. Whereas you gain 4 hit points. Permanent. Well, not permanent, but for as long as you're in this body.
I think something went wrong with the spell, Lug.
Yeah.
I think whoever, I think you're no wizard, and you're certainly no Harvard wizard.
Shannon, you want to go ahead and roll d10 for me?
Yeah. 8.
Thank you. Okay.
Give me the scroll, I'll try again.
Okay.
No, that's okay. But I hand it to you anyway.
Yeah, try it
Thank
again.
you.
Roll
And then I'll
another
say,
saving throw.
1 sec. I need my implements, and I'll start taking off all the crap and handing it over to him.
Swapping gear.
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to.
I take a look at the chainmail. Probably doesn't fit me now. I'm like, go, what do you need exactly, you big lug?
Well, she was wearing chainmail too, wasn't she?
Mm-hmm. Nothing, just my magical implements.
And I'm just sitting there watching the two of them trying to figure out what's going on.
You guys like
You
what?
guys, this is so weird.
My books, I need my books.
Yeah. So, is there anything else apart from?
I'll hand the books with great reluctance over to the fledgling wizard.
Thank you. Okay, let's see.
Nothing else, just that scroll and the little pouch with the 3 stones in there, whatever it was.
Okay.
What kind of stones are they?
Just stones.
Just stones.
Mm-hmm.
There's a ritual. There's a ritual there, don't you think?
Lug, you might want to get extra far back this time.
Yeah, let's all move back.
I don't think that made a difference. Why don't we have someone else cast a spell? Somebody competent from Harvard.
Lug, I think you should get extra far back. And shut your mouth.
I'm just gonna stand next to your character when you cast. I'm like, we're fucked anyway.
Well, it's your choice. I guess this is your body I'm gambling with. Here I go.
And yours.
I failed.
Okay, roll another d12.
Shit. 8.
Does anybody else have prepared spells? Anybody
Ooh.
else a spellcaster now?
Nope.
Okay. How many spells do you
I'm a
have?
cleric. I can do
Oh yeah,
spells.
you have spells, yeah.
You're
Can
not
I
a spell
overrun it?
But it's a prepared spell. How many spells do you have?
1 a day.
One a day, but it's just from the cleric list, right?
Yeah.
First level.
Yes.
How many first level cleric spells are there? 20 or less? On the list here. Oh, there are less. There are 10. Roll d10. Nick.
Me or Nick?
Nick.
I got a 3.
Okay, so first of all, Nick, you expend your spell and you cast Cure Light Wounds. Is anybody
Okay.
injured?
Yeah, I lost hit points previously.
Okay. Cast Cure Light Wounds on Dave.
Okay.
Against your will, it just goes off. You're not even sure why that happened.
Whoa. Divine intervention.
How many do I go?
You get 2 hit points back, Dave.
Ooh. Okay, cool. Hey, thanks.
That
Thanks,
was
Rob.
weird. Well, okay. I'm gonna crack my fingers. Third time's a charm, as they say. Comprehend magic, or comprehend language.
Hey, you don't get out much, do you?
Yeah, so I'll do it again. It's gotta work eventually, right?
Yeah, right.
You still there, Ian?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm waiting for you to roll that save throw.
Okay.
Don't be
I
afraid.
failed again.
Okay,
Cool.
roll a d12.
7.
Okay, you've already done that one, so I'm going to move down to the next one that you haven't already had happen. That's already happened.
Body switching already happened.
That's already happened. Okay, let's see.
But Wally and the Hobbit haven't changed bodies.
How many
Yeah,
senses? How many senses do we have here? We have sight, hearing, touch, taste, and smell. Right?
Yeah, 5.
Roll a d5 for me, Andrew. Roll a d10 divided by 2.
Okay. 2.
You go deaf permanently.
What?
Exactly.
I rolled a 4.
You've lost your hearing forever.
I have to?
No, just Andrew.
Oh.
So
Not everyone needs to roll it.
You lose a sense permanently. However, you have become able now to sense the presence and nearness of conscious thoughts within 1,000 feet.
of the conscious thoughts of what?
You can sense the presence and nearness of conscious thought. So anything that's conscious, you can sense
Oh.
within 1,000 feet of you. But you
Does
can't hear.
Well, that probably opens me up to some shit in here then, doesn't it? Do I start sensing weird stuff?
Actually, at the moment, no.
No?
Hey, Bandit, wait, listen to me, Bandit. Wave my hand.
Okay, 4th time's a charm. Because I can't hear him, so... 4, I failed again. God damn it.
Your head explodes.
Guys, this is a magic catastrophe.
World's worst magician.
10.
Or are we letting you stay with us? You're a liability.
Okay, roll d6.
3.
Okay, you have lost the ability to ever feel the emotion of excitement. And you also can no longer comprehend excitement in other beings.
Okay, guys, looks like we're going to go for 5. Not that that excites me or
I hope
anything.
you're taking note of all this.
Yeah. And it's not like you can hear us telling you to stop.
Oh, I succeeded!
You can sense your presence from your conscious thoughts. But yeah. Okay, you succeed.
We're just waiting to hobo murder
This
you when your
scroll,
back's
which
turned.
is written in ancient Dwarven, is a list. It is a cleric spell scroll. And it has the following spells on it. You can't cast them because they're cleric spells, but it has Bless, Light, Resist Cold, and Resist Fire.
Okay.
Actually, you could try to cast them, just with a chance of catastrophe.
Don't.
Oh, really? No.
No, don't do it.
I'm gonna go. Guys, it's cleric spells, guys. Cleric spells.
I'm a cleric.
Yeah, but
Man, this is a weird book with
can't hear
cleric
you,
spells
mate.
in here.
I said I'm a cleric.
Guys, are you fucking with me? Where are you? Hey, guys, where? I'm gonna
So
turn
you can
around.
sense their thoughts. You can't sense what they're thinking, but you can sense that there are people thinking in the room
Yeah,
I feel
and
and
funny.
how close they are to you.
I'm thinking, just stop.
I'm thinking Bandit is an idiot
Yeah.
and should just die.
And
Well,
so
Wally
I-
walks up and takes the scroll from her. Him. My world is crumbling.
I turn around and see horrified looks on your guys' faces. Why are you just standing there?
you're not seeing a horrified look at my face. I'm just shaking my head, thinking you're just so stupid.
And I'm thinking it too.
What are you guys doing? Why are you looking so funny?
Idiot. You hear my thoughts. Idiot.
That's stupid.
Now, she can't hear the specific thoughts. She just knows that there is thought.
Hello? Did you guys go mute?
Yeah.
I start to talk and you realize you cannot hear me.
What the? Oh
So we found
shit!
a-
I'm deaf.
So the scroll's got cleric spells on it. Is that right?
Yes. Bless, Light, Resist Fire, and Resist Cold, I think it was.
Okay. Well, we can give that to Riley. Yeah?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, you take it.
Bless light. And
Can I-
what was it? And resist fire?
Resist Fire and Resist Cold.
And there's nothing else. Nothing else in the room.
Would you say reading lips is a language?
No.
No.
That's too bad. I was gonna try to make a language roll to see if I could read lips.
Nice try, though.
Yeah, you
I-
can try, and you see my lips going. You are so stupid.
Everything you touch is poison.
Yeah, you're like the most stupid person on the planet.
He's kind of just like turning his head sideways because he doesn't understand anything that's going on.
But that's okay. You don't need ears to see me shaking my head at you and going.
Yeah, I really messed up, Tea Leaf. I don't know what I did to myself, but I feel weird stuff.
And I'll go. So these stones that were in the bag, is there any markings on them or anything, or are they just stones?
Nope, they're just stones.
Just stones.
They're like little grape-sized stones.
Right, that's stones. Let's take them anyway. If we check out the. Wait a minute. The seeds. So there's 3 stones. How many stones?
How many what? There's 3 stones, 3 seeds, in fact, yeah.
Yeah. What happens if you add the stones to the?
Throw them into the little pyre thing or whatever it is, the little fire pit.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Okay. Oh.
Been long enough now. Dave, go ahead and roll me a d10.
A D10. Okay. A 10.
Okay, thank you. So, let me see, 1,000 feet, yeah? You're pretty sure, Andrew, you're picking up the sensation of conscious thought.
Can I tell roughly how far away it is?
Yep. Roughly going to say about 300 feet or so to the southeast. Also, maybe about 300 feet to the northeast.
And does the thought feel stationary?
Yes, both do.
Alright, guys, I feel a bunch of thought. Thought to the southeast, 350 feet or so. Thought to the northeast, 350 feet ago. Have no idea how I could feel this, but I'm feeling it.
And I'll go, because he's deaf. The thought, is it happy or angry?
I don't know, is that beyond what I can feel, Ian?
Yeah, you just feel conscious thought. You can't tell what it's thinking.
Mm.
How are you feeling right now, anyway, Andrew?
The question is, was that something that went to my body or went to my soul?
Nope, it's all attached to your consciousness.
Well, I'm not feeling excited. That's no longer on the table.
It's definitely off the table.
I'd say incredibly confused.
So everybody's feeling really confused, which makes sense. Now,
So now we've got now I'm really confused. So was there another door? I say to
yes,
everyone.
it was. Yep, on the east side of that great hall where the battle took place.
Should we try the other door?
Your torch that you have lit at the moment is about half extinguished.
Okay.
Nobody's objecting, so I guess you'll go to the other door.
Because they're so confused. Okay, I guess.
The tea leaf is leading the way.
Yeah, why not?
That door. It opens up no problem. It goes about 20 feet, and then it's a T-junction, so you can either go left to the north or right to the south. Looking left to the north, though, you can see a room. You can't see too much within it, but it looks like there's a little room in there. And then to the south, it goes as far as you can see. You're not sure what goes beyond there.
Everyone's confused. Should we try the room?
You're leading the way.
Okay, let's try the room.
Okay. So when you lead the way up to that room, here, let me just go to the PDFs. I wish I had a print copy of this. It would be a lot easier than just flipping through this PDF. You lead them north to that room. It is 20 feet wide from east to west, and it's about 60 feet long north to south. You're coming from the south. The room has a number of broken down, yet recognizable stone chairs on stands that allow them to recline. Shelves along the east wall contain what are undeniably shaving implements. Most of them are, of course, quite decayed, but you do see one set of golden shaving shears.
Ooh.
It's in good condition.
Take them. I'll take them.
The west wall is dominated by hundreds of small spikes that have been driven into the wall. The remains of beards are hanging on many of them, and below them on the floor is a rather large pile of decayed beard hair. Yeah. That's what you see. You grab those shears and just yoink, yeah, straight away.
Yeah.
Okay. They're worth 250 silver pieces.
Yoink. We turn Bandit away and then take it Since Bandit can't hear. Just saying.
I wouldn't come close to Bandit right now. He'll probably strike out at you.
But everybody can see.
Ah. The mighty Bandit.
That's all you see in the room.
Spikes with beards on. Wow.
Yep.
So somebody cut off all the dwarves' beards.
The humor of this next request not lost on Bandit. He sits down in one of the stone chairs and says, "How about a shave?"
You're so stupid.
I look at the Hobbit.
How long is your beard on Lug, by the way?
It's like a long beard. Sure.
Come on, this thing is bothering me. I'm not used to facial hair.
I gesture to the Hobbit. Go ahead, or Wally.
What? So I say you seriously want to shave?
You're the one with the shears.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what happens if we use these babies.
I watch eagerly.
Okay. Yeah, you give him a shave.
Nice.
He lives.
He lives. Nothing happens.
Oh man, okay, and I'm gonna... Well, there's all those beards over there. I'm gonna add mine. That seems right.
Okay.
I'll walk over and peg my beard up.
Okay. No problem. Nothing happens.
So it's just a room where they have shaves.
It looks like a shaving room.
Just a shaving room.
A shaving room, not to be confused with a shaming room.
So there's the spikes on the wall. There's the chairs. And that's it.
That's it.
And these were the only two rooms.
No, you can go south. Remember the hall?
Yeah, let's do
It
that.
was. Okay. So if you go that way, it goes a long way down. We're talking well over 100 feet.
Okay.
There's a door on your left just before the corridor comes to an end and turns right, leading into another room.
Okay.
Look into that room or go to the door. Maybe look in the room first. I don't know. It's up to
In the
you.
room?
Okay, the room. I'm going to read it to you right now. As soon as I go to the right page. The room you're looking into is just full of shelves, each one full of heavy stone books. Under each book is a catalog number inscribed on the shelf. The catalog numbers go from 1 through 101. They're not in sequence. However, the one with the number 101 under it is missing. There's a pedestal against the south wall, and it has another book on it with no label. And that's about it. Andrew, go ahead and roll a d10 for me.
Okay. 1 sec. 3.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, by the way, seeing all these books makes me feel inquisitive.
Ah, so you stop being confused.
Wally starts opening the books.
Okay, pick a number between 1 and 100, Wally.
76.
Page 76. or sorry, page 76, book number 76. I mean, I'll tell you in 2 seconds here. Oh, do you read Ancient Dwarven?
I read Dwarven.
Do you?
Oh, I don't know yet. Actually,
Roll a d6.
my Violet did.
Yeah.
A 4. No, I don't read Extra Dwarven.
So you have no idea what it says.
Dumb. I pick up another book.
They're all in Ancient Dwarven. Each of the books also weighs anywhere from like 20 to 40 pounds. They're made of stone.
Oh, damn.
I want to take a go at it.
Yeah, we've already determined you don't speak Ancient Dwarven, so you want to cast a spell? Is that what you're going to do?
I'm still under the effects of Comprehend Language Dwarven.
How long does that last?
20 minutes.
No, you're not.
It's been that long? Like, I thought
Yeah.
we've been to, like, one room.
Well, you stood around for a long time in that room being confused, and you had to make your way over to the other room. You had time for a shave, then you came back down here. Yeah, it's definitely been over 20 minutes.
That's cool. I'll just start rolling more Comprehend Language. No,
Okay.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do
Yeah.
it. I don't want to fuck these guys over.
Yeah.
You got 100 stone books here, all written in Ancient Dwarven. We haven't checked yet to see, does Lug speak Ancient Dwarven? Or read it?
Well, how does it work now that I'm in a different body? Do I still get those stats, or?
Yeah, your stats are still the same. It's just that, like I said, your strength, con, and dex changed.
I do have one in languages, if that means anything.
Your con is now at 8, your dex is now at 13, and your strength is a 10. But yeah, go ahead and roll a d6. So you've got 1 in languages, so you have a 1 in 6
5.
chance. Nope, you don't speak or read Ancient Dwarven.
Okay.
But there you have it. Bunch of books, all made of stone. All in Ancient Dwarven, which none of you can unfortunately read.
Just have a look around the rest of the room to see if there's anything.
Nope, that's it. The the book, sorry, on the pedestal against the south wall is unmarked. Looking at it, it looks like it's probably a list of what these books are. But again, it's all in Ancient Dwarven, so you can't make it out for sure.
No. I guess leave the room and carry on.
Gonna go to that other door you saw?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just check, see what the number. Okay, now this is where this picks up. Okay. So now I can close this one and move on to here. Okay, so now that the first conscious thought you could sense, Andrew, for Bandit, at this stage would be about 100 feet to the east from where you are as you walk into this area, just so you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna proclaim that. Guys, it feels like 100 feet to the east. That's one of the things I'm picking up with this weird power.
Now, coming into this area, coming through this door, once you open this door and walk in this area, this whole section of the complex, there'll be several rooms here that are all kind of similar in design. It's constructed very differently from the rest of the place that you've been to. There is writing on all of the walls in dwarf style, in Dwarven language. However, it's not just carved in runes upon the walls, but the walls themselves are made out of carved and assembled runes and layered with about 3 inches between each layer. Okay? If anybody understood Ancient Dwarven, you would be able to read the outermost layer pretty easily because it's obviously right there and easy to see. The next layer is more difficult because it is 3 inches behind the outer layer, meaning you'd have to kind of look between the runes from the outer layer to read what's behind it. It looks, if you examine the walls, it looks like they go up to 5 layers deep. And it's virtually impossible to read the inner layers. Even the 3rd layer is nearly impossible to read just by looking at it. So yeah, Now, in this particular room that you've walked into, I will tell you that it is a 30 by 30 foot square room. There is a door to the north, a door to the east, and a door to the south. You're coming from the west. The walls in this chamber are 5 layers deep. In the center of the room, there is a 10-foot diameter pool of water. Looks to be about 6 inches deep. The glint of jewels and gems can be seen at the bottom.
Ooh.
I wait for someone to dive in.
I say we not dive in, but poke around in the water with like the sword first, just in case.
Poke around with the sword, poking at the gems
Sounds
at the
good.
bottom of the pool and stuff, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see here. Roll d20 for me then, Dave, since you're poking around with your sword.
D20.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Okay. 19.
19. Okay, so basically like a little wormhole, it looks like, kind of opens up as you touch the gem with your sword.
Mm.
And you kind of withdraw the sword a bit, and you realize that now sitting on the edge of your sword is a rose with a caterpillar on it. Caterpillar seems to be eating the rose.
Hmm. That's strange.
Wow, a miracle! I'm gonna reach into the pool and grab a gem.
Roll a d20.
Now that I know it's full of miracles.
Roll a d20 there, Miracle Man.
2.
2. A gigantic tentacle rips through a wormhole and attempts to grab you. So,
Oh, man.
let me see here. Let me roll an attack roll against you. What's your armor class there, Nick?
18.
Okay, it grapples at you and misses, but it's slamming around inside the room.
Well, this isn't fun at all! And I run away.
Run away where? Back the way you came from?
Yeah.
You do see 3 dwarven sentinels standing outside the door you guys came through to come in here. They're just standing there looking.
Ah! Oh shit.
Everybody roll initiative.
2.
We'll have,
Oh, I'm sorry, that's a 4 with my dex on it.
okay. Shannon, roll initiative.
Who was that?
Shannon. Everybody's rolling initiative anyway. We got Nick's on 4. Tentacle Monster's on 5. Well, tentacle monster. It's just a tentacle coming through a wormhole at the bottom of the pool. What'd you get, Dave?
3.
Andrew?
I'm also on 4.
Shannon? Roll d6 and add your dexterity modifier, which for you is a +1 since you have 13 dex. Shannon seems to be having issues.
Hmm. No, it says he's back.
It says he's back, but... Okay, well, in the meantime, we'll presume he goes last, and if he doesn't come to...
4.
Okay, 4. There you go. He typed it in. He's got a 4. Okay, so the tentacle thing goes first. Now I'll pick target randomly. There are 4 of you, so I'll roll d4. It's going for Tea Leaf this time.
Damn it.
That's going to hit. That's... Oh, shit, I forgot about his modifier. Actually, he probably
Can
would
you guys hear me now?
Can, yes.
Okay.
Okay, actually, that is a 31 to hit. So it grabs you and starts slamming you against the bottom of the pool like it's trying to pull you through the wormhole, but it can't. You take 6 points of damage, Tea Leaf.
Okay.
Now, fours are next, which I think there's 3 of you on 4. So I'll let you go first, Dave, since you're being grappled by this thing and slammed into the bottom of the pool. Oh, the caterpillar gets smashed to a pulp on the edge of your sword. And your sword grows to twice its size. What was it? A short sword?
No, it's a medium sword.
Oh, it's now a great sword.
What the fuck?
That was the effect of the caterpillar. If anything kills the caterpillar, whatever it's touching grows to twice its size permanently.
Can the halfling wield a greatsword?
We're about to find out. He can certainly try. He's going to have to do it two-handed, I suppose.
Yeah. I'm just going to have to try and kill this thing.
Okay. Sure. Roll to hit.
Ten.
Our class is 12, so you're trying. It's hard for you to swing this.
Sorry, I just actually rolled a d10.
Oh, try rolling a d20 then.
For some reason, it's because I'm being thrown around. I'm currently underwater. Okay, let's try with a d20 this time.
We're going to say it's a halfling greatsword.
There you go. 11.
11? Still misses. Okay. Still. Right. Next. We'll let Shannon take a turn before he drops again.
Okay.
Lug, inside the body of Sinclair, what will you do?
Guess I feel like a fighter, so I'm going to attack.
Okay.
Oh! Is high good in this? I think it is. Yes, I got an nat 20.
Ooh, that's a critical. Let me see here. Hold on.
Remember, too, that you have my weapon, so you're using a longsword.
Oh. Was that like a D8?
D8 damage roll. Oh, sorry, I'll roll a D30 for you. Or do you have a D30?
I don't think so.
No, okay. The next time you would be surprised, you instead are not.
Oh, that was my crit? Okay.
Yeah. So roll damage, though, D8.
Damage is 5, and I don't think I have strength bonus, do I?
No, you don't get strength bonus damage anyway in Lamentations.
Oh, okay. 5 points.
Okay, you do 5 points of damage to the tentacle. It is still quite healthy and still slamming poor Tea Leaf against the bottom of this pool, trying to pull him through the vortex wormhole effect. Who's next? It's going to be Bandit in Lug's body.
What weapon?
I was on 4 as well.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Bandit was on 4. Were you guys all on 4?
Bandit is on 4.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What weapon did you have, Lug?
I had a whopping. Wait for it. Spear.
Spear. Is a spear D6, D8?
D8.
D8? Alright. I'm going to charge the doorway and go for one of the doors with the spear.
That's my body. Be careful.
I miss.
What are you charging? You're charging the...
One of the dwarves in the doorway that's blocking our retreat.
Gotcha. So you're not standing in the doorway attacking the dwarves?
Wait, what? No, that's exactly what I said I'm doing.
Yeah, you're standing in the doorway attacking the dwarves.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I thought you said you're not.
Cool. No, you are. Just want to make sure. Cool. And Nick, what are you going to do? What's...
So we have three door sentinels at the door, and then we have the tentacle coming out of the pool, smashing Tea Leaf around. Are there still gems in the pool?
Oh, yeah, there are.
Alright, I'm going to run back towards the pool and grab a gem.
Roll a d20 as you reach into a gem. The gems don't come out, by the way.
Oh, read d20? 14.
14, yep.
God, give me something to get us out of here! Is what he yells.
You reach down, and this time, this intrusion is not taken well on the other side of the wormhole. Magic missile is fired at the grasping character. Make a saving throw versus breath weapon.
Wally, no.
Do I want to roll higher or lower?
You want to roll higher.
I got an 18. I gotta pull up my character sheet. Give me 1 sec.
Equal to or higher. I think you saved. So you're going to take half damage. Take 3 points of damage from this magic missile.
Ow! That didn't help at all.
Yep. And then the Dwarven Sentinels will go. They will all make attacks against Sinclair, since she's the only one they can reach.
Oh, quick question too, Ian. I don't sense them, right?
No, because they're not conscious.
Alright, just making sure.
They're undead. And you don't sense the tentacle either, since whatever brain is behind it is on the other side of the wormhole. Let's see, the first one, okay, yeah, that's a 12 is going to miss you. 13 is going to miss you. And, oh, that one's a 20, so that one's going to hit you. One of the Dwarven Sentinels grasps at you with its claws, doing 2 points of damage. Okay. And it's the next round. Everybody can roll initiative again. D6 plus your dexterity modifiers. Tentacle monsters on 6. Dwarven Sentinels are on 4.
Got a 5.
2.
I'm also at 6.
Okay.
If it counts, or no, I'm actually at 7. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting about my dex.
3.
3. Okay. So you're on 7. I'll let you go ahead and roll your attack first, Nick.
All right, yeah, I charge to the doorway. Going to attack the fucking dwarfs. They look really scary. And I got a 12 plus 2, 14.
That doesn't break through their armor. They were
Okay.
in chains. So, yep. Okay, no problem. Tentacle monster slams poor Tea Leaf against the bottom of the pool again for 5 points of damage.
Is he at the bottom of the pool underwater, you said?
No, the water's only 6 inches deep.
Oh, okay. He's getting smashed in a puddle. Got it.
He's getting smashed to a bloody pulp, basically.
I'm on -2.
-2, so he's unconscious and dying. And who's on 5?
I am. So, Tea Leaf is getting smashed in the fountain.
The pool, yep, by this
tentacle.
just slamming him into the...
While everyone else is either trying to grab Jules or just attacking dwarves for no reason.
Which is kind of what Tea Leaf was doing back before, so we're all in character. And then we know there's Dwarven Sentinels out from the way we came, right?
There are 3 Dwarven Sentinels standing blocking the doorway, fighting now with Bandit and, well, soon to be...
Wally?
I forget your name. Wally, yeah, sorry.
Do the tentacles reach out really far? Like if I
There's
move
only
towards
one
the door where
tentacle,
the
but
sentinels are?
it can reach anywhere in this room, yes.
Okay. Is it bleeding? Does it look hurt at all? This
It's
tentacle? That's
slightly
smashing?
wounded.
Slightly.
Well, very slightly. It's like a scratch.
I guess I'll help the halfling with much reluctance, but I'll still help.
Okay. Roll your attack.
I got a 16 before
I think
bonus.
you're the other person who wounded last time. Yep, that will definitely break its armor class, so roll your d8 damage.
Okay. I don't think I have a strength adjustment. 4 points.
Okay. Marked. Noted. Who's next after that? That was a 5. Oh, 4 was the dwarves. Anybody else on 4 as well? No? Okay. I'm going to say since the last person to run up and attack them was Wally, she actually had to kind of push past Sinclair to do so, so they're all going to make attacks against Wally. What's your armor class, Wally?
18.
Oh, wow. 3 misses. They can't get you. And who's next then on 3?
That'd be me.
Okay. Go for it, Bandit.
How tall are the dwarfs?
The dwarf height 4.5 feet.
And how tall is the ceiling?
Oh, the ceiling? Did it say here? About 20 feet.
Can well, here's what I want to do. I want to try to use my spear and just use it as a shove it against the ground and try to bolt over one of them.
You're trying to pole vault over him? Okay. Let me see. How am I going to do that? Make an attack roll.
Okay. 17.
You get over him.
So I'll
Your
jump over.
spear, make a saving throw, device saving throw.
Okay, I gotta check that. Device saving throw for me. Okay. Make it.
Make it? Okay. You manage, your spear doesn't splinter and crack in the process, so you manage to keep it whole as you get
Man.
over the dwarves into the
This
hole
This new body's nice.
now.
You're welcome, you bastard.
Okay. You're in the hall. What do you want to do then?
If I can still take an action, I'll try to attack one of the dwarves from behind.
Roll the hit. Doesn't matter which one on the wounded yet.
Oh, I got, yeah, that's 19 on the die.
19 on the die. Hits damage.
Hell yeah. 8 points of damage.
Okay. 8 points damage to one of the dwarves. Okay. And then anybody on 2 or 1? Anybody not gone yet this round? I think Wally hasn't gone this round, has he? Nick,
I
you-
went first. I had
Oh, you went
7.
first. Oh, you did. Okay, so everybody has gone this round. So it's the next round. It's initiative again. Tentacle monster is on, well,
6.
7. 6. Tentacle monster's on 6. Dwarves are on 1.
Wally's at 5.
Lug the females on 6.
Bandit the males on 5.
Okay. Tentacle monster goes first. One more time.
Crunch.
Smashes Tea Leaf against the base of the pool for 4 more points of damage, pulping him as his little body splits into 2 pieces, and blood and halfling guts spray about all over you, since you're standing right there with your sword, Lug, in
It's
bandage.
okay. I have the body of bandit. I'm
And-
homely, so the blood won't really do much to me.
You can go next, Bandit.
You mean Lug
Sorry,
and
Lug.
bandit?
Yeah, Lug. Sorry, it's confusing me.
Lug and bandit.
Damn you and your spell catastrophes, Andrew.
5 does not hit.
A 5 does not hit, no. You were also on 5, though, I think, Andrew, so you're outside in the hallway attacking these dwarves.
Yep, I downed the first one, so I'll attack
No,
the
you
middle
didn't
one.
down him. He's still up.
Oh, he's still up. Okay, I'll attack him again then.
Go for it.
That's a miss.
Okay. What were you on, Nick? I'm sure you beat the dwarves
5.
on 1, so you go next.
Yeah, I was on 5. I attack one of the doors. Yeah! And that's a 19 to hit. So,
Damage?
damage, spear's a d8, correct?
Yep.
For 7 points. Ugh!
I would say that finishes off the one that he had wounded, so there's still only 2 dwarves standing now. And it's the next round. Roll initiative again, gentlemen. Tentacle monster is on 2.
7.
Dwarves are on 3.
I'm on 3 as well.
I'm at 7.
Wally and I are both 7. We're that superior.
Okay, so go first, Wally.
I attack another dwarf. Yeah! That is a 15.
Nope. Bounces off of his chain armor. Lug.
What is the status of the tentacle thing?
Oh, he's got a lot of hit points left.
Are there any other exits besides the one they're trying to get through with the dwarf
Sure.
sentinels?
There's, as I said, there's a door to the north, a door to the east, and a door to the south.
I'll go to the nearest door and try to open it.
Oh, sorry, it's not a door. There's open, open corridors. I apologize.
All right, I'll look at the corridors, and if they all look about the same, I'll just choose one randomly and go.
Okay,
To get away from the
randomly
tentacle's reach.
You randomly choose east. So you go your full movement into another room.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if
know.
I'm going to go into a room if it looks dangerous in any capacity, but more to get away from the reach of that tentacle thing that smashed the Hobbit to pulp. A pulp.
In that room, you can see there are more rune walls. It's similar, in design. Let me tell you how the dimensions of that room are. This room is 20 feet from west to east and 50 feet from north to south. So it's a bit of a differently shaped room. What else can you see in that room? Just make sure I can see. You have a torch?
Yeah.
Who had the torch?
You have a torch. I
Who's
don't
carrying
know.
the torch?
I thought Wally volunteered.
I had the torch, but
latest
now I'm
torch.
stabbing people with my spear, so I guess I don't.
It's probably
You
on the
still have the torch
ground.
in your other hand.
Yeah.
So
Can
she still
you
has the torch.
use a shield and carry a torch?
Sure you can. It's
Okay.
dark in there though. You can't see what's in there. You want to light a torch?
Yes, I will light a torch.
Okay, so you do light a torch. That's your action for the round. You moved, you act, you light the torch. And you see in the northwest corner of the room, pulsating and shifting in between shadows of reality, a strange creature. Its form constantly shifting. It's really bizarre and mind-bending. I think something kind of like a Shoggoth, but smaller.
This doesn't look good. I try to leave.
Turn and head back towards the tentacle. Yeah, that'll be
Try
next
to.
one. So who's next? So Wally went. You went. So I think Tentacle Monster was on 2 or 4, wasn't it? No, you're next, Bandit. Go for it.
You said bandits next?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I'm letting the monsters go last because I can't remember if you were before or after it.
Alright, I'm attacking 16.
Okay, that'll hit. Damage. So you're still using the spear. You stab another one of these dwarves.
5 points of damage.
Okay, 5 points damage. Marked. Got it. Now the monsters will go. The tentacle monster. The closest one, the one it can reach, is Wally. It's a 15. Does not. It lashes out at you, but you manage to knock it away with your shield, Wally.
Hell yes.
And then the 2 dwarves will have 1 attack each of you. The one attacking Bandit gets 10, so it misses. The one attacking you gets an 8, so it misses. That's the next round initiative. Tentacle Monster on 5. Dwarves
3.
on 6.
I'm on 4.
You're on 4. Okay, and what did you get, Shen?
Oh, sorry, I got a 4 this time.
Lugs on 4. Okay, so first the dwarves go. Dwarf against Bandit. But guys, I think this is where it's all going to end, just so you know. Gets a 7 and misses. Bandit against Wally. Gets an 18. That hits, I think.
Yes, it does.
6 points of damage.
How much?
6.
I die.
Die or you go unconscious?
I go unconscious. I'm at -3.
Okay, Tentacle Monster grabs Wally with a 26 and slams him into the base of the pool for 4 points of damage, pulping Wally. Let you go next, Shannon. Lug.
So,
All right. So I look down the hallway and see people are getting killed, and then there's the other way to go where there's some horrible creature.
Some horrible transforming creature, yes.
I'm gonna hold my action and stay in the corridor away between the 2 dangerous.
More
things.
jewels.
Yeah, more jewels for me if I get out.
Which one are you going towards?
I'm gonna stay in the corridor between the room I left and the room with
Okay.
the Shoggoth thing for
Gotcha.
now. I'm just trying to hold out.
Fair enough. Well, now that it saw you, it's going to start moving in your direction.
Oh, I may lead it back to the other room, but we'll see.
Okay. You want to go back into it because it can get to you this round.
If I think it's gonna get, then I'll run back into the room.
Okay. Then it
left.
can't get to you. Then it only gets into the hallway. Okay.
Ooh,
Maybe
choose
the
another-
tentacle will grab the Shoggoth.
Then it's your turn, Bandit.
Bandit's starting to think he should have never came here. I'm running back for the entrance of this fucking rune.
You're turning around and running away.
Yep.
You can definitely outrun these dwarves. They move at half human speed.
I call out, "Don't leave! Wait for me! I want my body back."
Can't hear you.
Next round, initiative. You still
I got a
see the
7
two
on
dwarves on the
it.
other side of that other door, but they don't come into this room. The tentacle monster's on 6, yeah.
I got a
It's
7
5.
if that matters.
Tentacle monster's on 5. The Shoggoth-like looking transformorph is on 3. The dwarves are on 2 if they get a chance to act. They only get a chance to act if you go into that area anyway. So you're first. What do you want to do?
I'm going to probably get out of here, similar to what Bandit was attempting to do.
You're going to try to... Do you have any way to vault over the sentinels that are blocking the door?
I don't, so I'm
Or you're
probably
gonna
just
try
going to...
You're going to just try to push through them, maybe?
If I think I can, though, I don't really have the build for it.
Try. I mean, normally you are a big, muscular man, so you might not remember that. So
All right,
you know. I'll let you
I'll
decide.
try that.
Or you
I'll
can
try
go
and
to
shove
one of
my
the
way.
other rooms to the north or south.
I'm sure they're all dangerous, so I'll try to shove my way through these dwarven sentinels.
Roll a d20.
Maybe I'll
That's
use
not
Bandit's. Maybe I'll use Lug's body. I got a 19
Okay.
d20
Okay,
for
now
penalties and bonuses.
you slam into him. Roll, let's see. Roll a strength check. So roll a d20. You want to roll under your strength.
I got a 6. I don't know what my strength is, because I think it's 12, right?
Strength
Or
is
something.
10.
Okay.
Okay. You knock him to the ground.
I'm surprised.
You actually barrel into him and knock him down. But that's where your movement stops anyway. So you have an opening. Now, the tentacle monster goes before the Shoggoth? Yeah, the tentacle monster goes before the Shoggoth. So the Shoggoth hasn't entered the room yet. The tentacle monster will make an attack against you. Since you're
No
at the
peace.
doorway.
Alive.
That's a 15. What's your armor class?
Well, it's changed, right? I'm in the body of the bandit.
Nope, you're good. Your armor's class is a 16.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So
Wow,
it misses
bandit's
you.
good for something.
The two dwarves attack you. One on the ground reaches over and bites at your ankles for a 14, so it doesn't get you. The other one
Yes.
tries to grab you and gets an 8 and misses. The Shoggoth-like creature moves into the room. Oh, it can get to you. It can come around the pool and let me just see. This thing is weird. So I have to roll each round randomly to determine. Currently, it is made out of scales, and it is attacking with. It has 100 spines coming out of its scaly body. It gets to make 10 attacks, d4 damage each.
Is this attacking me?
Yes, it's shooting 10 spines at you.
Oh, I take a bandit left already.
Yeah, Bandit ran down the hall. She was already out.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So
Yeah.
the first one's a 9, 19, that's one hit. 16, that's 2 hits on 3 shots.
How many hit points do we have here, bandit?
17, that's 3 hits.
I don't think it's going to matter.
That's a miss. That's a 24, so that's 4 hits. Miss. 21 hit. That's 5 hits, miss. And 14 miss. So we got 5 hits.
I think the body of bandit is gone, but we'll see.
2, 6, 7, 8, 9 points of damage.
How many
How
hit
many
points,
hit points?
bandit?
No, it's Lug's hit points just modified by her con. So whatever your hit points were, but you have 4 less because you went from an 18 con to an 8 con.
I have 10, but then it dropped down.
To 6.
My
And
con.
you took 8 damage, so yeah, you drop.
I go down, and unlike my previous character, I have nothing to say as I die.
Let me just check something here now. So Bandit, you're running back. Bandit, roll me a d10.
Run, bandit, run! Run!
7.
7. Okay. No more dwarves animate before you get to the main hall. Are you just going to run straight on out of the dwarven ruin?
Oh, I'm gonna run for quite some time.
Okay. Did you get any loot?
Spellbook.
Warhammer.
No, that's on my other body.
Oh.
Okay, Bandit, you do escape.
Yeah, I'll run and I'll run and I'll run. I'll run to the nearest village. Damn it.
We need to determine if you leveled up. So let me pull up my leveling system here. And we'll go through the list. Okay. Did you take damage during the adventure?
Yes, I did. 2
Okay.
points.
You definitely used class abilities. You definitely rolled saving throws. You didn't gain any treasure.
I got the
during
spellbook. Oh
No,
yeah,
yeah, it's not treasure.
yeah, it's not treasure.
Picked up off of a dead party member. Player characters definitely died during the adventure. Okay, so you got 1, -1. Okay, keep track of that. Now, were you reduced to 0 hit points or less during the adventure? No. Did you fail a save throw? Yes, so that's +1. That cancels that out. You're back to a balance of 0. At least 2 player characters died? Yes, so that's another +1. Your character was a sole survivor of the adventure. That's another +1. And no, you didn't gain any treasure. So you get a total of +2. Roll a d6 +2.
Yep. So I auto level because my level's 2.
Okay, so yeah, you will go up to level 3 then, as you run for your life.
I dare say though, it hasn't done me any good. This character's retired.
Yeah, that room was a mess. Basically, since you all died there now, I'll tell you what it was. It's like a transdimensional pool, yeah? So touching one of the gems within it, it feeds on your greed. You know, if you reach for a gem and touch a gem, you get one of these random D20 effects. One of which was a 12 hit die tentacle reaches through the pool and starts attacking and grabbing anything it can and mashing them into a pulp against the pool bottom. Because essentially it's trying to drag you through the wormhole, but you can only go one way through the wormholes. You guys wouldn't be able to pass through the wormholes. It can only bring things into this world. So the effect that Dave got when he first did it was the rose with the caterpillar, and anything that kills. If the caterpillar gets killed, anything it's touching doubles in size permanently. There's a lot of different effects on here. A small pocket-sized star comes through the wormhole. It's worth 1,000 gold pieces. Well, that changes silver pieces because this is an old edition. It'd be worth 1,000 silver. A black hole comes through the portal, a foot in diameter, floats to eye level and destroys everything it touches. It will follow the PCs at half normal speed of an unencumbered human. Lots of different effects could happen there. Here's a cool one. The essence of an alien sorcerer blasts through the hole and merges with the grasping character. Reroll all of their ability scores 3d6 down the line, except for one random ability score at 5d6, drop the best 2. And a different ability score will be 5d6, drop the worst 2. There's all kinds of weird shit. A very lamentation-y kind of trap. But that, honestly, I think that tentacle is one of the worst because it's a 12 hit die monster. Does some serious damage. So, in closing, that's going to be the end of Hammers of the God. You guys did not quite make it to the end of the dungeon, but you made it through about 80% of it. Any thoughts on departure? I'll let Dave go first because he was the first to get pulped in that final conflict.
I think it's the monsters are obviously you run into a monster like that, it's problematic. I think the thing that's sort of striking me is that as much as I like Lamentations, of course, I can see why people who play other games just don't bother with it, because and it was interesting. I think it was maybe it could have been Andrew or someone else last time round said that they play lots of different games each week where their characters basically survive. So Lamentations to them is like they kind of expect their characters to get killed. And I think that if Lamentations was the only system that you played, you wouldn't play Lamentations for very long.
Fair enough, or you wouldn't anyway. So
I think, I don't know, look, I don't know anybody in the world that if they were only playing one game a week and their characters were dying each week, I don't think being serious, I don't think they'd play it for very long. That's why everyone else plays different systems. And so Lamentations to them is like the kind of the fun one where they put these characters through the meat grinder kind of thing.
fair enough. What else you share? Oh, sorry, did you have more, Dave? Sorry.
So I think my thought would be, if people are playing Lamentations, play something else as well.
What do you think, Ken?
Well, I mean, it felt very much like an old school killer dungeon to me, where you go in with 12 characters and maybe 2 come out at the most with a lot of treasure and experience, right? That's kind of what it felt like. And there's all these kind of crazy things that happen, and sometimes the players are more damaging than the monsters, as was demonstrated a few times in our game. So I kind of expected that coming in. I do like how it captured that old school dungeon crawl feel.
Mm-hmm.
Where you kind of come in and it's going to have a very high kill rate, kind of like those old school D&D games that would advertise at conventions, 80% kill rate, right? And the challenge was seeing whether you could get out alive or not.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess I don't know much about this gaming system, but if it's like that, like the way I think it is, then it's not necessarily a place for a group of people to play if they want to build up a campaign character from the beginning to the glorious. Yeah,
Lamentations characters, and one of the reasons I think that it's being changed, with the playtest rules to make, especially like in the case of magic users and stuff, it's being made to make them more effective at level 1, because they're never going to get to level 20. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And that's why the new system, all spells are available at level 1. It's essentially like a level of spell system. Because just in practice, nobody ever gets that high level. Like I've never seen a character get beyond 4th level. The longest living character we had, I think, was a specialist, was he? Or was he a fighter, Andrew?
He was a specialist.
He lived through about 7 sessions.
Hmm.
I think he was level 3 or level 4 when he died. So, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Lamentations to me is kind of where you get together with a group of people and they all know going in it's going to be a killer dungeon, and you play it, but like was indicated previously, you may not make it your only game if you want to have a campaign character or someone who lasts a while who you can build a history up for, I suppose.
Of course, yeah.
I can see some people just enjoying playing killer experiences like this, right? Where it's really fast to make a character, and you're just there, right? Like you hit the button, and it takes a few seconds to refresh, and you have a new character. So.
Yeah, I remember a Call of Cthulhu game I played in where I think we went about 7 sessions, and I had a character last from the first to the very last, and then die in the first 10 minutes of the last session. And then I lost 2 more characters before that session was over.
Yep. Sounds familiar.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Rick. Rest in peace. 4 pieces. Nick.
Great game, interesting module from what I saw from it. It totally is a murder fucking meat grinder dungeon. Pretty much all of Lamentations that I've played end very similarly. I feel as though, so I was like super pumped to play Violet. Thought about her all day. I had an inkling I was gonna die because it's Lamentations. I felt like I played her like smart, like smarter than I have played in the past, at the very least. And that's the real like fucking the weird part of the game is like it punishes you just as harshly for playing smart as it does for playing stupid. I feel like that's what I've learned. I mean, the results are the same. It's fun. It's interesting. It's kind of a bummer that like I don't jump into these games often because I don't like dying all the time. Like, but it was fun.
Yeah, you might like the playtest rules better because the playtest rules you have a much higher chance of surviving a save or die. Now, like you probably would get a partial save, in which case instead of dying you just lose half of your current hit points. But still, it's definitely a lot easier to survive something like that poison gas trap with the playtest stuff. You still take damage, but you won't necessarily die right away. Okay, Andrew, any thoughts about Hammers of the God? You've played plenty of these sessions. It's like your 15th session or 16th session with me, I think, so.
I don't have any thoughts really on Hammers of the God. It seemed, it was pretty much how I thought it would be. It was cool. Like, it was a good module. Not my favorite, though, by any means. I think the thing that was the craziest about this was how bad of a character I got, randomly generating it. This is probably the worst character I've ever played.
And she got away.
Yeah, and she got away just because of circumstance.
Now she can join another party and curse them.
There's a problem. How would that work? I wonder now. Because technically, after one day, your brain, your mind is supposed to go back to your old body.
Oh no! Does that mean Lug gets out?
Well, yeah, I have to wonder because like that brings together a whole kind of.
I feel like the Lamentations answer is. I mean, I'm not gonna. Obviously, if there's no ruling, there's no ruling. The Lamentations answer to me is that fucking Bandit dies and then Lug rises as a mindless thug.
Which he already was, sort of.
I think if I'm just making my own ruling, I would probably just say since your other body was killed, you'd probably be trapped in this body forever.
It's a mind swap is the key, and there's no other mind to swap with.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. That's true.
You'd probably be just trapped in. That'd be my adjudication.
Mm.
Okay. So we will resume with another Lamentations adventure for whoever wants to play in 2 weeks' time. We're going to go over to the playtest rules, though, because I definitely want to get a lot more work in with those. They're faster, I think, too, so should be pretty...
I think you've convinced me, Ian, about the playtest rules.
Should be pretty good. We're going to use the Wonder and Wickedness spell system, too, which I really like.
Yeah.
It's really cool. You have that book, don't you, Dave?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's excellent.
Yeah. Have you ever used it?
No. That's why it's kind of interesting to sort of hear what's been happening with the ones that you've been doing. But yeah,
all of those catastrophes I wrote today were out of that book. So
it's great. the Lost Pages stuff that he releases, I think, is excellent. And I think for anyone who's not aware of Paolo, he's just basically like James, a one-man band, but he operates out of Glasgow, up in Scotland, and he's producing a lot of really interesting stuff like Chthonic Codex and Wonders of Wickedness and Into the Odd. So if people haven't heard of him, definitely check his stuff out as well as the Lamentation stuff that is coming out of Finland.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, thanks for playing. I'm going to end this broadcast anyway, and we can continue to chat if anybody wants to hang around. But yeah, let me just kill this recording. Thanks to anybody who's watched this and who watches this in future. Hope you enjoyed this two-part dungeon crawl. It was a big one. I don't know what module I'll be running in 2 weeks' time. No idea. I'll have to think about it. Or maybe I'll just run one up myself. So in the meantime, thank you very much.